Greetings from Mount Abu. Do not think about what tomorrow might bring. Think about the opportunities that today would offer. Full morning. The galaxy of intellectual scholars, nursing stalwarts, invited guests, academicians, nurse educators, nursing directors, deans, principals, and my dear friends. It's a great pleasure to have delegates like you joining from various and exhibiting your interest and involvement. I am Mr. Chris Thomas, Associate Professor of SLM Global Nursing College and Secretary of Clinical Nursing Research Society. On behalf of Organizing Committee, welcome you all for the part of National Virtual Workshop of CNRS. Change is and always expected from the system, but we are the smallest unit of the system and change starts from cells. Indian Nursing Council has revised regulations and curriculum for BSc Nursing Program 2020. The revised curriculum embraces competency-based and outcome throughout the program, integrating mastery learning and self-directed learning. The revised BSc Nursing Syllabus has been implemented in various parts of the country, and Rajasthan University of Health Science, that is RUHS, yet to implement from this academic year. Hence, SLM Global Nursing College in collabs has thought to sensitize the nursing faculties about the revised BSc Nursing syllabus, its overview and implementation. Our objectives to orient about revised BSc syllabus by INC, identify major changes in the curriculum of the revised syllabus, and to gain an understanding of evaluation. Before moving to our inauguration agenda, for all the participants, I would like to request you to please follow some instructions. First of all, we are grateful for joining us. Please mind to mute yourself on the Zoom platform and please on silent during the session, or else step away from the computer if you have to take a call. Use camera during sessions if required. Do not press share screen, or do not eat or lie down with camera on. If you have any questions, please write the questions in the chat box when the host enables. 2 days full attendance is mandatory for availing e-certificate. So once again, welcome you all for the virtual workshop. And to host the inauguration agenda, I would like to call Ms. Archana Somanathan, who is the tutor of SLM Global Nursing College. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. A very pleasant morning to one and all. Workshop on revised BSc Nursing Syllabus, Overview, Plan and Implementation, organized by Saroj Lalji Mehrotra Global Nursing College, a unit of Global Hospital and Research Center, Mount Abu, in association with Clinical Nursing Research Society. Praying at the beginning of way of reminding ourselves that God is with us, that He is at the center of everything we do. So before beginning with the auspicious session, let us remember the Almighty God through a prayer dance by Ms. Kanupriya Sharma from third year BSc Nursing. Thank you, Ms. Kanupriya. Now, I would like to request our Honorable Principal Madam, Ms. Shashi Bala, President of CNRS, who is a nursing graduate from PIGMR Chandigarh. She has done her post-graduation from Barakatullah University and diploma in counseling and hypnotherapy. Madam has a professional experience of 40 years, 7 years in clinical and more than 30 in teaching and administration. She has also been a speaker and has organized several national conferences. So let us invite Madam for formal welcome of the dignitaries.
Thank you, Archana. A great sunshine morning. It's with immense delight and pleasure I welcome the galaxy of the nursing intellectuals on this platform. I extend special welcome on behalf of the Clinical Nursing Research Society to our chief guest of the day, Dr. Deepika Khakha, Nursing Advisor to Government of India. Our guest of honor, Dr. Joginder Sharma, the Vice President, Indian Nursing Council, Dr. Annie Grace, Registrar, Tamil Nadu Nursing Council, distinguished guests, chairpersons, speakers, and participants across the country. The year 2020 is really unforgettable for each one of us in many aspects. In history, it will be remembered for the pandemic worldwide. Our education policy 2020 was launched by our Honorable Prime Minister on August 6, 2020 at the conclave of the transformational reforms in the higher education under the National Education Policy. Indian Nursing Council has released the revised syllabus in 2020 only. The Education Policy 2020 is the first education policy of the 21st century with an aim to address the many growing developmental imperatives of the country. The policy proposes the revision and revamping of all aspects of the education structure, including its regulation and governance, to create a new system that is aligned with the aspirational goals of the 21st century education, including SDG 4. Develop good human beings capable of rational thought and action, possessing compassion and empathy, courage and resilience, scientific temper, creative imagination with sound ethical moorings and values, critical thinking in all, a multidisciplinary and holistic education. It focuses not on education, but learning and empowering each and every student. Thus, National Education Policy envisions an education system rooted in the Indian roots that contributes directly to transforming India into an equitable and vibrant knowledge society by providing high quality education to all and thereby making India a global knowledge superpower. It has stated the need to empower the institutions for the higher education. The revised BSc Nursing curriculum by the Indian Nursing Council has been standardized, updated with an aim to bring in uniformity in nursing education across India. It's a credit-based semester system which encompasses competency-based and outcome-based approach in alignment with the principles of the nursing education policy for the higher education. The curriculum provides broad-based education directed to the development of the critical thinking skills and competencies, appropriate to human and the professional values, blended learning approach through experiential, reflective, scenario-based, and simulated, including curiosity, creativity, and inquiry-driven, self-directed learning. The revised syllabus was supposed to be implemented from the January 2022 across the country, but majority of the states are yet to implement it, and our state too is one of those. We have tried to assemble a group of intellectual experts on the subject on this platform today to enlighten the on implementation difficulties and the challenges being faced in the implementation. Many of you here may not be much familiar with the Clinical Nursing Research Society. So please just allow me for a brief introduction. CNRS was established and registered on the April 2019 under and launched under the aegis of the SLM Global Nursing College, Abu Road on August 12 at the first CNRS conference. It was a dream of the two great nursing leaders, Dr. Suvarsh Khanna, our patron, founder, Nursing Scholar Society, and Mrs. Uma Handa, founder, Nursing Research Society of India and advisor to the CNRS. The sole purpose of the society is to encourage and improve the quality of research in nursing in order to bring the quality of the research and its application in clinical practice at par with the global nursing standards. The aim of the society is just to bridge the existing gap of clinical research nursing and to percolate and promote evidence-based practice in day-to-day nursing. I'm pretty sure that today's panel discussions will contribute very effectively for the sole purpose it is organized. All the very best and thank you. Over to you, Archana.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Jogendra Sharma, Vice President of Indian Nursing Council, Dean, Faculty of Nursing, Rajasthan University of Health Science, Jaipur. Let's invite Sir for addressing the guest of honor. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Archana. CNRS द्वारा आयोजित आज नेशनल वर्कशॉप की मुख्य अतिथि सम्मानी दीपिका जी, नर्सिंग एडवाइजर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, तमिलनाडु की डायनेमिक रजिस्ट्रार डॉक्टर एनी जी, डॉक्टर अनिल जी, डॉक्टर शशिवाला जी, सभी फैकल्टीगण एवं नेशनल वर्कशॉप में आए भाग लेने वाले सभी पार्टिसिपेंट, मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा CNRS का, जिन्होंने इस रिवाइज्ड BSc नर्सिंग सिलेबस को इनिशिएट करते हुए आज ये कार्यशाला आयोजित की। निश्चित रूप से जब किसी चीज में बदलाव आता है तो उसमें पेचीदगियां भी आती है। जैसा डॉक्टर शशिवाला जी ने कहा कि इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने में दिक्कत आ रही है। निश्चित रूप से सेमेस्टर बेस्ड प्रोग्राम है, प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग पर इसको फोकस किया गया है। ऐसे में सभी यूनिवर्सिटीज ने इस बारे में इंडियन नर्सिंग काउंसिल से संपर्क जिसने भी किया है, इंडियन नर्सिंग काउंसिल ने उस पर मास्टर्स ट्रेनर्स वहां भेजने की कोशिश की है। RHS में डीन होने के नाते मैंने भी एकेडमिक काउंसिल में ये एजेंडा पुट किया है कि RHS द्वारा भी 10-10 कॉलेजों को चुनकर मास्टर्स ट्रेनर्स भेजकर इस रिवाइज्ड BSc नर्सिंग सिलेबस की प्रमुखता बताएं। आज जिस ढंग से नर्सिंग का बूम और नर्सिंग की जिज्ञासा लोगों में कोविड के बाद बढ़ी है और समाज में जिस ढंग से कोविड के बाद रेस्पेक्ट बढ़ा है, हम लोगों का भी नर्सिंग पर्सन्स का दायित्व हो जाता है कि किस ढंग से पब्लिक को नर्सिंग के द्वारा बेस्ट सर्विस दी जा सके। आज इस प्रैक्टिकल बेस्ड सिमुलेशन बेस्ड ट्रेनिंग में निश्चित रूप से बहुत बड़ा बदलाव नई पीढ़ी में आएगा। आज अगर मैंने क्लिनिकल टाइम पे मेरा गुरु कोई जिसने मेरे को पहली बार इंजेक्शन लगाना सिखाया और उसकी ट्रेनिंग प्रॉपर नहीं है और उसने ग्लूटेन मसल्स की जगह मेरे को कहीं इंजेक्शन इम्प्रॉपर सिखा दिया, वही सीखा हुआ चीज मेरे को भी गलत आगे राह दिखाएगी। आज सिमुलेशन बेस्ड ट्रेनिंग में जहां मैनिक्यून्स पर अगर आप IM इंजेक्शन लगाया, अगर ग्लूटेन मसल्स की जगह इंजेक्शन इधर उधर कहीं उस मसल्स में जाता है तो जो एरर आता है उस एरर के बाद स्टूडेंट को पता पड़ जाता है कि मैं गलत हूं। सेम थिंग अगर OBG लैब्स में डिलीवरी सिस्टम्स में अगर आप डिलीवरी सिस्टम के लिए फॉलो करते हैं और आपका पोस्चर्स में कोई इंसर्ट गलत होता है तो उसमें जो मैनिक्यून्स क्राई करती हैं और आप उसके बाद अपना जो पोस्चर चेंज करते हैं प्रोसीजर्स का, उससे आपको एक्यूरेसी 100% की तरफ आने की संभावना होती है। एक कंप्यूटराइज बेस्ड ट्रेनिंग में जहाँ सामने एरर्स रहते हैं, वहां आपका कोई दबाव नहीं रहता कि टीचर गलत सिखा रहा है, उसको टोक नहीं सकते। इस प्रैक्टिकल बेस्ड ट्रेनिंग में मैनिक्यूज के माध्यम से जो स्टूडेंट सीखेंगे, इंटरनेशनल सिलेबस के आधार पर नर्सिंग में हिंदुस्तान में भी एक बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आएगा। चूंकि सेमेस्टर बेस्ड एग्जाम इसमें होने हैं, तो आपका फॉलोअप बहुत क्लोज रहेगा। स्टूडेंट्स को अपनी तैयारी के बाद में एग्जाम्स के माध्यम से स्टूडेंट थोड़ा अवेयर रहते हैं, तो सेमेस्टर बेस में उसका लाभ होगा। अभी हाल में ही मैं यूएस के बाल्टीमोर में जेपाइगो की विजिट करने गया था, जिन्होंने कि जॉन हॉपकिंस स्कूल में सिमुलेशन लैब लगा रखी है। इंडिया में देखें तो एसजीटी में, इंडियन नर्सिंग काउंसिल के संयुक्त तत्वाधान में सिमुलेशन लैब लगी हुई है। उन लैबों को देखने के बाद अगर फैकल्टीज उनको देखेंगे, स्टूडेंट देखेंगे, तो उनको लगेगा कि कितना बड़ा बदलाव इस नर्सिंग में आने वाला है। मैं ज्यादा समय नहीं लेते हुए, हमारे और आपके सेशन चलने वाले हैं। सीएनआरएस सोसाइटी को मैं धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूं कि इस मौके पर आपने मेरे को याद किया। मैडम दीपिका जी का, मैडम एनी जी का, अनिल जी और शशिबाला जी को धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आप लोग ने इस कार्यशाला को आयोजित कर मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में हमारी डायनेमिक हेल्थ नर्सिंग एडवाइजर और मैडम एनी को बुलाकर आप सभी पार्टिसिपेंट को एक अच्छा अनुभव मिलेगा। सवै पुण्य का धन्यवाद। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, sir. Now, moving on to the session, I would like to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. S. Annie Grace, Registrar, Tamil Nadu Nurses and Midwife Council, Chennai. She has completed her graduation from Madras Medical College and she has done her postgrad from CMC Vellore and PhD from SRM University. Madam has several additional qualifications, including Bachelor's in General Law, MBA in Hospital Management, and many more. Madam has more than 32 years of experience in various capacities, including staff nurse, senior tutor, nursing officer, associate professor, and deputy registrar. She has received several awards, including Best Nurse Administrator Award from Tamil Nadu Nursing Council, Best Teacher Award from Tamil Nadu MGR University, and Best Nursing Leadership Award from Education Today magazine. Madam has also started 6 nursing specialty journals by TNNMC and has authored Nurse's Guide to Neonatal Procedure book. So, let us welcome Madam for addressing and brief introduction of Revised BSc Nursing Syllabus.
Very warm good morning to one and all. Respected Bimla ma'am, I think senior most whom I know I could address, Bimla ma'am and other senior most nursing personnel on the virtual platform, and respected nursing advisor, Dr. Deepika, and Vice President of Indian Nursing Council, Dr. Jaginder, and my fellow fraternities and CNRS team, and kudos to CNRS and the College of Nursing, which joined together and making this effort of introducing and giving a brief note about how to implement this new curriculum of the BSc Nursing from 22-23 academic year onwards. Indeed, it's a great time for me to share with you a few of my important valid points on this dais virtual platform. I won't be really justified with 10 minutes what has given to me. These 10 minutes, definitely not. So maybe I'll just give highlights of the new curriculum, which is really good curriculum, which has been come out now for implementation after a long time of revision. So I'll just kindly permit me to share my screen if you could do what, Mr. Chris?
Yes, ma'am, you can share, ma'am.
I can share.
Yeah.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, you can put on full screen.
Yeah. Okay. Now it has come. Yes.
Not exactly, ma'am.
I'm trying. Okay, I'll just
No
take
issue, ma'am. You can
No,
continue, ma'am. No
okay.
issue. Yeah.
As introduction, Mr. Chris said, the change is everything which we need to look upon. So time takes it all, whether you want it or not. So it is a time we all need to look upon the new curriculum syllabus, which is based upon the competency-based curriculum and also with formative and summative evaluation with credit system. That is the advantage of this new curriculum. So I'm just going to give you an overview, mainly the attributes after completion of a BSc Nursing, what is the students are expected to do, and what is the highlights in the syllabus, in the new curriculum, like everything is being put up in a very crystal clear manner. How to assess the assessment, how to implement the syllabus in a formative and summative evaluation, how to do a SGPA and CGPA calculation, and it is so beautifully defined. It's a very smoother manner from first semester to 8th semester. So basically, it is you all know it is a 4-year full-time credit-based curriculum, which is a 8th semester. And we have got the electives in this. This is the new thing which has come to practice in our system, because earlier, I think when we were all doing BSc Nursing, those time we had electives in the final internship period. That time we used to select whatever we wanted. So this is again, it has come, and that is also based on the choices. They are given 2-3 choices in each semester, which will be really, really very nice for the students to take it up, not only develop in nursing and develop in other areas as an all-rounder. And there is a mandatory module also, and which and also the competency-based outcome approach, which has been we need to practice, and it is been planned that simulation should be 13% of total procedures should be a simulated lab environment. It should be, and as people think simulation means, don't think that is bigger thing. Even a low fidelity environment, we can make it to a high fidelity environment. You don't need to have a big high fidelity, which is very, very costly affairs of mannequin. Don't think in that way. Here, if you see the attributes, the graduate after completion of a course, student nurse is expected to be well versed in these 10 aspects. It's been given so beautifully here: the patient care, professionalism, teaching leadership, system-based practice, health informatic technology, communication, teamwork and collaboration, safety, quality improvement, evidence-based practice. So from the patient-centered care to up to your research, professionalism, leadership, everything being put up as a graduate attributes. Only thing I request, maybe after 4 years, we need to take out a study whether the candidates have attributed these things or not. That should be our challenge in implementing this syllabus. The second thing, the faculty strength, it has been earlier, it was at you all know 1:10, apart from principal and vice principal.
Excuse ma'am, your
Yes.
slides are not moving actually, no? Can you stop share and again you can redo the sharing?
Okay. Okay.
Slides are not moving actually.
Now?
You please move. Now it is.
It's seen. Can you see it?
In the left panel only we can see.
Is it?
Full screen, it's not coming actually.
A full screen, I have not put it up.
Now it's coming, ma'am.
Okay.
That screen we can see. Yeah, thank you.
So you all know the new curriculum we are going to have, including that's going to be totally for a one batch, 24 faculty only. The principal is included out of all the faculties, 1:10. So this is and every faculty needs to take up 4 hours of a clinical each day. So if you have 100 students, you should have totally faculty strength of 40. This is the difference they have made it. And 100-bedded hospital, and following the SIU, staff inspection unit norm, we should check when you're going for when you're arranging inspection, or when you're establishing institution, you should have the 100-bed hospital with the following facilities, and the bed occupancy rate should be 75%, out of which 1/3 should be medical and 1/3 should be surgical, and beds for male not less than 1/6 of the total beds, and minimum 100 deliveries per month should be happening in that hospital, and it should be within the distance of 30 kilometers. And if it is hills and tribal areas, 50 kilometers, there is no change. Even the student patient ratio, there is no change. It is 1:3. Other thing everybody knew about that. And you know, the curriculum goes in this pattern: first semester and second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and eighth semester is the interesting one, where you have the competency-based skills we are expected to practice by the students. So I'm not going to take through you all this semester. It is a self-explanatory. Since only 10 minutes, I'll just rush through. But here I want you to understand the 1 credit theory, which is the 1 hour per week, which is semester over 20 minutes, 20 hours, and 1 credit in elective courses, 1 hour per week. So 20 hours totally. 1 credit practical bar lab or skill lab or simulation, which is equivalent to 2 hours per week per semester. So 1 credit is equal to 40 hours. Here it comes. And when it comes to an internship, the 1 credit hour, which goes to 80 hours per credit. So that is the main big difference you all need to know. I think the further, when you are having the evening after the inaugural sessions, they will be explaining to you in depth about it, which about the credit hour, and you know, the 1 credit hour is equal to how many hours, because each things it varies. General clinical hours it is varies, and during internship it varies. So you need to know the differentiation between these two. So here, if you see the distribution of the clinical hours between the theory and clinical and lab and skill lab. Here, lab and skill lab, which inclusive of simulation, which you can see totally, if you take it up, 1,800 hours in theory, that means 28% of your syllabus. And lab and skill lab, it is about 15 credit hours, which is equivalent to 600 hours, which is a 10% of your total syllabus. And clinical, you can see here, the huge amount has been given. 3,930, almost 4,000 we can keep it on. So 62% of your total curriculum is made of a clinical oriented curriculum. See, every time when BSc nurses people, I'm sure whether it is a North or a South India or middle part of India, every time people say, oh, BSc nurses, they don't have a much of a clinical. I think this syllabus has given beautiful configuration, how much theory, how much skill, and how much clinical. If you take it up, even the skill based, then it is 72%. It is mostly skill oriented, skill and simulation, clinical orientation syllabus. Theory only 22%. So totally 6,336 hours and 100% of coverage of the total curriculum. So besides this stipulated lab and clinical hours, as I told you, 13% from the clinical hours can be used in a simulation or skill-based thing, which should not exceed the 30% of the total hours. So calculate 13% credit used in the lab as a clinical hour allotment. So whenever you're making a transcript, don't segregate like a simulation skill like that. And you can put it up, take it those hours into a clinical hours. So that every principal should keep it in your mind. Then this comes up,
ma'am.
yes?
Issue, ma'am. That slides are not moving.
I don't know. Wait a minute. I'll just come out. Then I'll just do it. One thing. Sorry for the technical.
It's fine. You can keep.
No, I am really stopping and opening it again. Okay.
No, you
So
can
sometimes
do
it
full
helps. I have
screen
seen.
No, my first do full screen on outside the Zoom.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah. Yeah, I did that. Okay. So now I'm not able to open your Zoom.
No, you can.
Yeah, it just comes.
Yeah, yeah.
And just like this.
No, again the same.
Yeah, I tried, but it's not coming. It is stuck still when then?
Yes.
Stuck, huh?
Yeah, it is stuck, ma'am. Got stuck. Again, first it was shown the full screen, but
I
again
did that. No, I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
no.
It is in full screen. I don't know why.
Again, you try, ma'am, the share screen. They may show two options, no? Two PPT they
Oh,
may show in share screen.
oh,
One is full screen and one is.
oh, okay.
Ma'am, I think
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it?
fine, fine.
You
Yeah,
got it?
got it,
Fine.
got it. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. So this, otherwise, I hope it's self-explanatory here, what I spoke here. If you would have missed it out, the total curriculum here, theory is 28%, lab and skill and simulation 10%, and clinical 62%, total 100%. So 72% of the total curriculum goes into the clinical hands-on practice, and 28 hours theory it goes on. So for me now it's not moving. Okay, right. Next come to mandatory modules. It is totally 10 mandatory modules. It falls from first semester to seventh semester. I think for health assessment and IMMCI and SBA, these modules are already done by the Government of India, that people can use it. You can refer from Government of India website as well as Indian Nursing Council website. But other things, you need to develop a module for this, and that also the bias given by the Indian Nursing Council. Based on that, you can do it. Then next comes the elective modules, which falls from third semester to seventh semester. Third semester, you can see 3 choices have been given, out of which a student can select any one of the modules. From fifth and sixth semester, totally about 9 modules, out of which student can select whichever module he want to do, because they are supposed to do only one choice in the selective module. In the 7th and 8th semester, the same way, there is about 5 modules have been given. In this also, the student can choose any one which he or she likes it, and you can give that mark for the students on the elective module. The curriculum implementation, totally the first 7 semester, each semester consists of 26 weeks per semester. That total number of instruction is 20 weeks. That is 40 hours per week into 20 weeks, which covers 800 hours. Minimum 100 working days, that is 5 days per week. So totally 20 weeks. Vacation, holiday, exam preparatory, which comes around 6 weeks. That is vacation 3 weeks, holiday is 1 week in a course of 1 semester, and exam and preparatory holidays too. So it is really jam-packed semester. So you really have to work it hard to complete your expectation, whatever been prescribed during that semester, and you can't go here and there, because earlier what we do, hours, if it is less, or we will adjust with the following after the exams also, or we give assignments and do compensation, or the student has taken extra leave, we'll compensate. But here, such things is a little bit very difficult, and you should be very careful in giving the SGPA score to the student, because it should not beyond the CGPA score. So every faculty should remember to, when you are giving a transcript, especially the principals should remember, you can't, like earlier, the student has come here, then the ENC has prescribed geriatric nursing 2 weeks, then you give a little bit extra number of hours. That and all not possible with this. You have to adjust, play within the credit hours what is given here. In then you should know where is the break semester. Break semester falls in 4th semester, 6th semester, and 7th semester. So without completing the 7th semester, he or she cannot enter into the competency-based curriculum implementation. That is, we call it as an internship during the 8th semester. So there it takes a break. Then here comes the credit-based system. Based system, it usually enhance the quality of evaluation. So we need to really know how to do this. So we need to encourage the student mobility across the institution. We need to the employers to assess the students' performance. We need to have a checklist. You need to develop all these things. Maybe your university can help, or your institution can develop all these things. Or if it is possible, your council can help it. Because from Tamil Nadu Nursing Council, we are doing all these things for our whole Tamil Nadu in consultation with the university officials. And so that you can bring the uniformity in grading system, because already in Tamil Nadu we have brought the ASCII books in all the 6 specialties. So it is So really for us, it's a cakewalk now with the simulation, because the simulation is based on the ASCII method, basically, where the steps should be followed and how the emergency could be handled in a casualty situation, or a patient who has been admitted with labor pain, how could be handled. The situation or scenario can be anything, but the uniformity of handling the scenario, it will be based on our ASCII manual. So, and also the UGC 10-point grading system is being used, that I will explain in further slides. So this is that I told you already, UGC 10-point grade slide, that is outstanding if the candidate secures 85% less or more, and he, 85% equivalent or more, and he will get a 10 credit points. A plus you will give for the 9 credit points, that is for 80 to 84.99% total CGPA. That is, here it is called as a CGPA grading. Then A, very good, where the candidate secured 75 to 79.99% total first semester to 8th semester cumulative marks. And B plus will give you 7 credit points, which is 65 to 74.99% marks. And B above average, that is 6 grade points have been given from 60 to 64.99%. And C has given for 5 grade points for 50 to 59.99%. F has been given fail, which is less than 50%. So they have given even absent. How do you mark it? This is the UGC grading point. Based on that, INC has brought out this INC 10 points grading system. This has to be followed. Then you the passing grade. How will you make the passing grade? In the foundational courses and core courses in all the semester, it should be the minimum pass mark should be 50%. But in communicative English and electives, in communicative English, it should be 40%. And electives, no grade point. However, we expect them to get at least 40% mark to pass in the electives. That you need to remember. So you are going to add 50% mark to pass in the all the core courses and the foundational courses. In communicative English and elective alone, it is 40% will do. So courses not included in SGPA. What is SGPA? Semester grade point average calculation. That is communicative English and elective. So which you are not going to add in the SGPA calculation. Only the main course 50% minimum pass, that only you are going to add in the SGPA calculation. SGPA is rounded off to 2 decimal points. Otherwise, you cannot make it, 0.3, 0.1, all this. So you have to make it 2 decimal points. This calculation I'm not going to explain much, but I think further sessions they will be explaining to you. See here, SGPA is equal to the credits. That is C. You can see CI. And grade point score, which is given as an example. Here, I think I'll straight away go to the time. Okay. See, here you can see clearly. If it is a course code which is given by Indian Nursing Council course code, the course title is given, credit is given. That is here 2 credits, that is for which is equivalent to 80 hours. And here marks obtained is 18% mark. Letter grade A plus, and grade point is 9, and you will not include this one into your SGPA calculation. Whereas applied anatomy and applied sociology, you will do the grading point and you will include it, so that based on that 50% mark, or you give a grading point 8 or 7, so you will add it in your SGPA calculation. I don't think it is possible to take this one now. You all can get it done with your next further session workshops. So this is how it is calculated, SGPA and CGPA calculations. SGPA, accumulation of SGPA, which is equivalent to CGPA. So here you can see all CGPA, how it is calculated as CI into SI divided by whole of CI. Okay, that is how it has been done. Here I have given some examples for you, how it is in semester 1, semester 2, semester 3, how it is being given credit points and SGPA for each one based on the points they have taken credit hours, and based on that we calculate this so that we can come to a CGPA of total calculation, all this 90, 216, all this you put it together and divided by the number of credit hours, and we get it CGPA so that you get 7.50, the first class distinction. Maybe this is not your fault. This is university are supposed to do this grade point, but it is, however, important to know by each faculty and the principal when a student asks you, how am I getting this? How am I getting this credit hour? How am I getting this CGPA score? You are supposed to explain to them so that they will know what it is and how to proceed on. So declaration of cost, as I told you earlier, that is 7.5%. If they get a CGPA, your result will be first class distinction. If it is they get 6 to 7.49, that is declared as a first class, and 5 to 5.99 is second class. This is the declaration of pass, which the university should follow in their mark list also, how to go ahead. And if your university already has a pharmacy course running or a medical courses running, they must be having the CGPA score and SDPA, but ours is little different in the credit point, because based on the UGC INC has done, maybe the board of studies members in Rajasthan University or faculty of nursing in the Rajasthan University, you need to sensitize them to make these changes in the mark sheets. Then here comes the evaluation. The end semester college exams and end semester university exam for each course need to be done. They call courses one semester. Here you need to understand, earlier course mean we tell the BSc Nursing Gold course. Here each semester has called as a course. So every semester college exam, every semester university exam for each course you need to make it. Based on that, your internal assessment of theory and practical should be based on. They call this as a CIA, that is continuous assessment and sessional examination. Here, how to do this CA continuous assessment, that is 10 marks, which comes for the theory. They have given, as I told you earlier, they have given clear-cut segregation. If it is attendance, you should give 2 marks, assignments 10 marks, presentation 12 marks, that is by seminar, micro teaching, individual presentation, etc. Group activity, it could be a project report, and totally it comes for 30 marks, and the percentage 30 divided by 3, so they get the 10 marks average. So the student mandatory module 10 marks added to 30, totaling 40, which comes 40 by 4, which comes at 10 marks. So you need to really work it on how to do this assessment. You cannot just say they have got this much marks, so I can give. No, you need to make your theory mark should be, internal theory should be made on this way. And the same way, the theory questions, how to make your theory question, a sessional examination which you conduct within the college. The MCQ should be, number of questions should be 4, essay 1 question, short notes 2 questions, and very short questions should be 3. See, totally number of questions will be 30. So this is how you need to plan, and it is totally marks. You can see 20 and 30 marks. It has arrived here, and it is divided by 4. So you get your 15 marks for your sessional examination average. And again comes the practical exam. Here also they have given a clear-cut demarcation how you have to give the 10 marks to a student. Attendance 2 marks, assignment 10 marks, clinical performance 10 marks, ASCII based, that is clinical or skill lab 5 marks, and clinical requirements 3 marks. So totally you get 30, and which is divided by 10 in a 3 aspects, so that you get a 10 marks over here. So all these things self-explanatory. If you go through your syllabi and you will understand this. And the exam pattern, ASCII should be duration should be 2 to 3 hours, and it should be for a 10 marks. And DOP, this you all have to remember this word, directly observed practical exam. That is the one what we are doing. So you are doing 13% of the procedure if you are simulation, and remaining skill based 2%, that is 15%, and remaining 60% you are going to do on a directly observed practical. Based on that, you are going to conduct the exam. That should be 4 to 5 hours, and the minimum mark should be 20 hours. So that is divided by 30 divided by 2. These 2 sessions, then comes 15 marks they get there. So for adult health nursing 1 and 2, community health nursing 1 and 2, marks can be calculated as per the weightage. Double the weightages as 20 marks for continuous assessment and 30 for sessional examination. So you should remember only these semesters, first and 2 in adult health nursing and community health nursing. Give the weightage in the double weightage you should give, and do the continuous assessment and intersessional examinations. So here comes the model which I have given you. The nursing.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
How much slide? How many slides?
No,
more?
only 2 more. Finished.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so this is, you can see, I'm not going to take much of your time. So here, only a few things I want to say here, because continuous performance evaluation and ASCII, how to you make it up, and end semester, how you have to make it up. Competency assessment, 5 specialty, 20 marks, that is integrated ASCII, including 5 specialty, that is under 8th semester, and total 5 examiners should be there. You all should remember, when they reach the 8th semester examination, you should have a 5 examiners, external 2, internal 2, and internal examiner could be college or from the hospital. And the test papers, I think you all can get it from your further people who are taking on that. With that, I'll conclude. So basically, it is all-rounded. The graduate attribute, whether we are reaching out or not. The 10 points initially, as I told you, and it is in a nutshell to say is, it is with elective modules, mandatory modules, and summative formative evaluation, and competency-based assessment. With the simulation and skill procedure, in out of 100% curriculum, you have given 60% DOP, that is direct observational practical, and 15% skill or simulation. So it has been really, if everyone could implement and implement this pattern, we can really have a great nurses with hands-on practice, so that we'll have a great outcome in your clinical sector and as well as in the public sector, so we can make nursing visible. With that, I conclude. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. I am sure everybody must have got the overview of our BSc Nursing Revised Syllabus. Now, moving on to the session, let us welcome Professor Dr. Suvash Khanna, Honorary Patron, CNRS. While talking about the madam, she is a retired professor currently in California. She is the seat founder of CNRS. Madam has been a part of many nursing societies, including the Nursing Scholar Society among them. Madam has also done her duties as former national representative of Trained Nursing Association of India in the United Nations. In India, Madam has also served as principal in several colleges. Today, Madam is not present in this session, but she has sent a video for us. So let's watch it.
Namaskar. Greetings from New York, USA. Respected dignitaries, Dr. Midda Sir, guests of honors, CNRS President, advisor, expert team, presenters, colleagues, and lovely students. It is indeed a very auspicious moment for me to be connected with you all through this video recording. The 2 days National Nursing Workshop focused on an overview, planning strategies, implementation of BSc Nursing regulations and syllabus. The very fact that the related nursing stalwarts like Deepika ji, Jogendra ji, Annie Grace Madam, Dr. Bimla ji, Dr. Neerja ji, and many more other respected presenters are here to ponder on this important issue shows that our nursing stalwarts are dedicated to leave a sound legacy by preparing our nursing students. As you know, that revised BSc syllabus of 2020 embraces competency-based and outcome-based approach to provide safe and competent care to the patient with positive outcomes. This is equivalent to holistic outcome approach like we have in Western countries for BSc Nursing in our colleges, with the difference that we have many credit hours from other fields like social, music, yoga, horse riding, knitting, clay, making those pots and pans, you name it, and we have those privileges to offer those courses to our nurses to make it an all-rounded, well-rounded nurse prepared to give maximum or optimum care with the high standards of nursing. We are talking about India, so let me focus on this revised syllabus, which is being implemented in many states, but many states are in the process of getting it implemented. I'm so pleased to see the today's schedule, which will be addressing an overview, like by new judges, and the syllabus semester by semester by resource persons, and who will be presenting all aspects of the syllabus. My best wishes to Dr. Nageswaram, and Dr. Kindasamy, Dr. Bhuneshwari Das, Mr. Lloyd Melvin Mendonia, Dr. Bhanupriya, Dr. Rajesh Konur, Dr. Rita Lakhani ji, Dr. Unmona ji, Colonel Rekha ji, and Dr. Linu Sara ji, Dr. Rane ji, Dr. Lata Venkatesan, and many more. Excuse me if I have missed anybody's name, but all are very dear and important to this program today. My best wishes and God's blessings for the brilliant success of this workshop. Kudos and thanks to the organizing committee for the timely, important topic. Namaskar. Thank you, Ji. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, moving ahead with this session, I would like to request Dr. Deepika Khaka, who is the chief guest of this session. When talking about Madam, she is an alumni of RAK Nursing College and working as an associate professor in AIIMS, Delhi. Madam is also a nursing advisor at Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Madam has been awarded
I can't hear you.
Yes, we cannot hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Now, moving ahead with this session, I would like to request Dr. Deepika Khaka, who is the chief guest of this session. When talking about Madam, she is an alumni of RAK Nursing College and working as an associate professor in AIIMS, Delhi. Madam is also a
No sound again. Chris, we cannot hear anything.
Ma'am, her network is not good.
Now, moving ahead with this session, I would like to request Dr. Deepika Khaka, who is the chief guest of this session. Talking about Madam, she is an alumni of RAK Nursing College and working as an associate professor in AIIMS, Delhi. Madam is also working as a nursing advisor at Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Madam has been awarded with Top Poster Award in Evidence Live 13 Conference at Oxford University, Nursing Excellence Award 2021, American Award for the Best Research in 2006, and many more. Madam has given her huge contribution in research as well. She has authored 10 chapters and monographs and has organized more than 62 conferences and workshops. So let us welcome Madam for the official inaugural of the workshop and to share a few words.
Well, thank you so much for those kind words. respected Dr. Shashi Bala, the organizer of and the president of CNRS, Dr. Jogendra Sharma, the vice president of INC, Dr. Annie Grace, the registrar of Tamil Nadu Nursing Council, Dr. Neeja Sood, Dr. Bimla Kapoor, Dr. Khanna, and all the dignitaries which are present for this webinar, esteemed delegates and participants, my dear students. I would like to, in the onset, like to congratulate NRS for holding this very pertinent topic, which is the need of the hour to discuss about the new curriculum. We all know that curriculum refers to knowledge and skills which our students are expected to learn, which includes learning standards which they're expected to meet. And curriculum innovation is also a deliberate effort to improve the learning environment by adapting a method of presenting to the students that involves human interaction, hands-on activities, as being told that simulation and clinical experience is coming out in a very big way. More than 70% of the curriculum is focused on that. Then an important aspect of the curriculum change or innovation is that you also take feedback and evaluation from the stakeholders. Now, why is there a need for curriculum change? We know that change is the only constant in our life. And for the need for curriculum change is that we need to restructure the society, very pertinent, because curriculum is flexible, and as depending on the needs, it has to change, which is the need. Like when I was a student, I remember like around 35 years ago, we did not have curriculum on HIV, we did not have computers. All those things were not that time pertinent, but they are as Dr. Sharma was talking about COVID-19 pandemic. Earlier, we had not seen a pandemic of that caliber or that quantum which affected each one of us in the planet. So we have to be, as nurses, our curriculum should be geared and should be equipped to teach our students at pre-service level that how we are supposed to be facing like this. So that requires to be included. So why do we need change in the curriculum? Is that we need to and the updated methods of teaching, content, new knowledge and practices. Apart from that, we have to also see things which have become redundant, which are no longer in use. We have to eliminate that when we change the curriculum. Then there is generally innovation and problem and also solving them. So thereby innovation basically improves education and it compels the student to use higher level of thinking to solve those problems. Now, coming to adapting to a new curriculum, when you adapt to something new, as it is always there is some kind of hitch or some kind of resistance, but we have to learn to adjust. We know that, as I said, change is the only constant in our life. Change. Similarly, we have to adjust to change. Sorry. We have to adjust to change, and we have to equip ourselves to the new change in the environment. We have to also translate, deliberated, and further deliberations are going to happen, that how are we going to translate our new objectives to the classroom setting and make relevant, pertinent teaching learning experiences for our students. What are the other factors which require into account is that our curriculum should be in a way framed to the level of the student, that effect or what kind of unit he's supposed to be taking in. Then level of competence of the student needs to be geared up, the level of support system which is available, the infrastructure and the facilities. So all of this go hand in hand, and whenever we are talking about any innovation or any change, we have to simultaneously work on these aspects as well. I'd like to thank you all, and I wish you all the very best, that please attend this webinar with an open mind, that how we can do things to improve and things to further excel. And as we all know that, especially coming to nurses, after Philippines, our country is the basic, a very large health cases come as one of them. So our curriculum should be framed in such a way that it should be at par with the international standards, so that when our nurses go abroad and work, they should not have any issues related to the kind of curriculum which we are having. So keeping that in mind, those measures in mind, and work on those areas so that our nurses, when they go abroad, would not face any kind of problem. Another thing which I really like Dr. Khanna talking about is the holistic development of the student. So we should have to see to whether the curriculum should in some way also take care of the other aspects apart from learning of the student, which is the extracurricular component of building self-esteem, building confidence, building competency in the student. So that should also be taken into account when we are talking about the curriculum, that the other aspects, the holistic development of the student should be taken into account. So with this all, I would like to thank all of you for inviting me as a serious. One correction I would like to make in my introduction. Associate professor, and currently I'm not also a nursing advisor. I'm currently working as a nursing advisor in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. So thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am, noted. Thank you so much. So now as we are moving towards, I would like to request Ms. Rupa Rawat, Lead Consultant QI, Joint Secretary, CNRS. Currently, Madam is a project manager at WHO, collaborating Center for Emergency and Trauma Care, AIMS Delhi, also Senior Nurse Consultant at the United Nations. Madam is the first rheumatology nurse in India. She has total 16 years of experience from corporate to public health at various positions, from clinical trainer to administrator. She has set up nurse-led call center during COVID-19. Also, she has started a motivational series of Nurse You the Nurse Talk Show, which has completed 35 shows successfully till now. So let us welcome Madam for the vote of thanks.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for elaborated deserve that, and moreover, many position I've already left. So thank you very much. I sincerely wanted to thank each and everyone, and especially for choosing this, special BSc Nursing syllabus for overall plan implementation. I sincerely wanted to thank for Deepika ma'am for sparing time, and we totally understand that how busy ma'am, still she spare time, and here she added her words of wisdom for, and especially I really like her word that change, and everybody is talking about change and resistance. We all know that we are in a system where change is the only permanent, and that's what ma'am said. So again, we are emphasizing on that. And first time I realized that such a huge job. कभी नहीं सोचा था कि thank you बोलना इतना मुश्किल होगा, but it is a very difficult job, and especially in a job where you are always involved with patient care and so many other work जहाँ पे आपको thanks मिलता भी नहीं है. So today maybe many people will be leaving, escaping and missing themselves from my thanks vote of thanks. So I sincerely wanted to thank Deepika ma'am, Dr. Jogender Sharma for being so humble, and despite all the technical glitches, he patiently bear all that trouble, and still joined us. Ma'am Annie for giving us such a insightful, such a detailed, such a clean, clearing that all this new syllabus. Dr. Suvesh Khanna, despite she could not be here physically with us, but still she, managed to send her video. I sincerely thanks Dr. Bimla Kapoor, Nirja ma'am, Sutpal ma'am, always there for guiding us and going into the next level of, learning and change. Advisor, Dr. Mrs. Uma Handa, and all CNRS team, and especially Shashi ma'am under her guidance, and Krish and CNRS whole team, and extended, CNRS wings, just day and night working and doing such, sessions. With that, I really wanted to thanks once again the participants who actually spare your time and come here and being the part of this successful event. I wish all the very best for this 2 days workshop. With all that, thank you very much. Over to Krish. Yeah, ma'am.
As we have successfully completed our first session of the online virtual workshop, now I would request everybody to kindly stand for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जनगण
So we have come to the end of our inauguration session. Once again, sincere gratitude to our chief guest of honors, and all the chairpersons, mentors, speakers, and your participants. So we are moving towards our first scientific session on today's workshop. As we all know about National Education Policy, which has come into action in 2020. Academically, we all must be able to understand the execution. Share an overview of NEP in align with revised syllabus. I would like to call Dr. Neerja Sood, ma'am, who is the better person to deliberate the session. And let me share brief about Dr. Neerja Sood, ma'am. Madam is currently working as an assistant professor in School of Health Science, IGNOU. She has done a PhD in public health, specialized in health science, health system management, masters in public health, nursing with community health specialty, and many more professional qualifications. She has total of 37 years of experience, including clinical, public health, and 14 years in School of Health Science. Her significant contributions always inspired us. She's the first registrar of Delhi Nursing Council, RHM in Delhi, team member inspection of private hospitals and nursing homes in Delhi, part of various projects by Government of India and committees by TNA. She is presently PhD supervisor, evaluator, examiner, and member of committee for planning and organizing research and publication ethics course by UGC for IGNOU. To her credits, she has been awarded with Lifetime Achievement by Nursing Scholar Society in 2021, Best Reviewer Award by Texila American Journal, FAMA Fellowship, and she's the president of Delhi Chapter NSS, and she's an active member as well as a chairperson of Research Committee, of member of various professional associations. So I welcome you, ma'am. We'll have the session on NEP 2020 in align with revised syllabus. Over to you, ma'am. Ma'am, you are muted.
Chris, for just one. Thank you so much for first of all inviting me for this important session and on revise BSc curriculum, which the teachers are facing, and I'm really grateful to CNRS for taking up this issue. I will just share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is visible.
I will just give side by side what is the alignment with the post BSc nursing curriculum changes. I think my work is being done easy by any grace, and I will just skip through some which she has already covered. National health policy, actually, if you see, the Sustainable Development Goal 4 was adopted in it's one of the goal of achieving the education in 2015. It ensures the inclusive and equitable quality education, lifelong learning opportunities. And world is undergoing very rapid changes with the tech science and technology, especially the ICT technologies, the use of AI, big data, machine learning in the education sector also. Need for the skilled workforce for multidisciplinary will be a demand. So nursing has to see, are we really ready to integrate and use this technology of AI, big data, machine learning, and digital health in the nursing education? Are our teachers trained for that? Are we having those resources? How to integrate? And skilled workforce, not only nationally but internationally, what are the demands? Like rightly said by Dr. Deepika Khaka, we have to see that internationally our nurses are in demand and they are able to fulfill the requirements not only of the curriculum but the skill demands also. Then there is, if you see the multidisciplinary integration of various courses, now the NEP says it's not only the discipline, but non-discipline courses also play very important role. And students, when they will come from the school level, they will have the options of integrating various courses and opting about that. And I have seen when I was going through the curriculum, the INC has given the admission criteria from the science, commerce, arts side also for BSc nursing. That is a good move because students, what we will be getting, it won't be purely now biophysics, chemistry. They will be having various courses, not only from the arts, even from the other settlers like music and other things also. And the multidisciplinary concept also emphasize on the collaboration in the research sector. So we have to see when our students are conducting research during internship, it is very essential. They should from the beginning be trained to have a collaborative research aspects in mind, and especially after COVID, the NEP also give emphasis on public health, community medicine, infectious diseases, development of vaccines, and various social issues, because every aspect is related to social issues. So these things are very important to take care when you are giving or allotting the research topics to your students during the internship. Employment and globalization, education to move towards less content and more towards critical thinking and solving the problems. As rightly it was emphasized by Dr. Annie Grace, our curriculum is now 42%. 28% was, if I am not mistaken, the theory, and rest was through OSCE, simulation, and the practical component. But very important here, you have to keep in mind how to integrate theory and activities and the practical component. It will not go independently, but integration, the vertical integration and horizontal integration in the curriculum is very important. To see during your formative and summative assessment, the questions what you give are not only rote thinking, rote learning, it is based on scenario based, case based, problem solving, so that the critical thinking and thinking aspect can be taken care of. Pedagogy and the curriculum. education to be more experimental, holistic, integrated, inquiry-driven, discovery-oriented, learner-centric, discussion-based, flexible, and enjoyable. In our curriculum, we have to see how we can integrate all these aspects, especially one of the component, the discussion-based forums. It can be face-to-face, it can be scenario-based during the practical aspects, or it can be even some of the aspects can be given in the assignments as the formative assignments or discussion forums also. So this is the one component which still needs the strengthening. The education must build character, enable learners to be ethical, rational, compassionate, caring, and ready for employment. I was going through one curriculum, the learning objectives are very clearly written. But to see, there has to be program learning objectives, outcome objectives, course learning outcome objectives, then unit learning outcome objectives, and which needs to be correlated and not independent, that something else is there in the program learning objectives, outcome objective, and it's not correlating with the course objectives. So whenever the teachers are planning the curriculum, they have to see the graduate characteristics, learning objectives at program level, at course level, at unit level. These objectives have to be correlated. NEP lay emphasis on development of a creative potential of each individual. It is based on the principle that education must develop foundational and higher order of cognitive capacities, that is critical thinking and problem solving, social, ethical, emotional capabilities. Like what we say today in the education sector as per UGC, it is employable skills, occupational skills, and the social skills, life skills. These are very important aspects, and all the skills should be a part of curriculum. Now, the teacher education, NEP emphasized to empower the teacher to do their work efficiently, recruit best teachers, best will enter the teaching profession. Very important that even teachers' continuing education is a part of NEP. Teachers should be empowered by continuous upgrading of their knowledge and skill so that they can give their best, especially empowering them to use the information communication technology, that is the basic latest technology of AI, machine learning, artificial learning, virtual learning, simulation, and various other technologies. Good educational institution provides safe, stimulating learning environment, whole range of learning experiences for the holistic development, as rightly said by Dr. Khanna and Dr. Deepika. Good physical infrastructure and resources for learning are available, integration and coordination across institutions. If a theory classes, as you say nowadays, as per NEP and the UGC, theory classes can be taken online. If you have the best teachers all around the country, the same teacher, if connected with the various colleges in the one state or in the two states, the students will have the benefit of reaching out to the best teachers who are available in the country. So in our nursing profession, we again has to see how we reach out to the best teachers in our country and teach students get best teaching experience. Fundamental principles: recognizing and identifying and fostering unique capabilities of each student. There has to be a flexibility. There is no separation between curricular and no curricular activities. Now they have to be integrated for the holistic development. Multidisciplinary and holistic education, emphasis on conceptual understanding, critical and creativity thinking, ethical and human values. There is a one, I was seeing that one credit block module is being added by INC it should be integrated with the various curriculum rather than having a integrated independent module. Promoting multi languages courses. If you see in Madhya Pradesh, MBBS course is started in the Hindi language. The promotion of languages that student has to learn in the multilingual languages. What is our nursing prospects for teaching in the local languages or multilingual languages? This is a challenge in the nursing profession. Life skills, formative assessment, use of technology again is a big challenge. Respect for diversity and local context, and outstanding research. This is the very challenging aspect. Tomorrow, the research, if you are going for funding for the research, the proposals will be received from all over the country, and the best proposals will get the funding, and their findings will be implemented as per the evidence given by the findings. What is the quality of the research? What is the rigor the research has followed? So research has to be very, very strong. And the other thing is including the specialization from the beginning. As we see our curriculum, very nicely it is being given in a semester wise, but you see the specialization is becoming in the later semesters. Why not to include the specialization from the beginning so that the student have the interest from the UG level only to learn about the specialized courses, discipline-based specialized courses, and they are well trained to work in the sector. Other courses like biochemistry, biophysics, microbiology can be integrated in the way, but specialization has to be given importance. School education, very rightly already I have told you that they have changed the admission criteria. Higher education, the 21st century skills are very important. There is a well-rounded individual should be prepared in the college level with the creative and innovation in their mind, ethical values, intellectual curiosity, scientific temper to do the research. These are some of the qualities our graduates should also have. I'm just moving some of the things which already I have told. I am not going to repeat in the slides. Faculty and institutional autonomy, very important. Faculty should be interested, motivated, and should have the autonomy to decide about the assessment, curriculum, pedagogy, and the student support. Merit appointments of the faculty and career progression is very important. If faculty is not given the career progression, they will not be motivated, and they should be given the good pay scales and the working environment. So, and online and the distance education, I will come little later after a few slides. There is an option, if you see, as per the UGC guidelines and as per the NEP, digital health, online education, 40% of the curriculum of the courses the student can adopt from the SWAYAM, MOOCs portal, or from the online courses. So, has we ever thought of that in nursing curriculum, can we have that type of bifurcation that student has the option and go through some of the courses of quality which are available in the SWAYAM or the MOOCs, so that your theory component can be reduced and the teachers can put more emphasis on the practical component and the internship and the research. This is the one gray area which nursing curriculum has to think for the future. Then pedagogy have to increase emphasis on communication, discussion, debates, research, and opportunities for cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary thinking. The concept of multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary has been given lots of importance. How the students, because in the hospital when they graduate, they have the interdisciplinary professional. So from the beginning, they should have the vision how to communicate, discuss and debate and do research and collaborate with the interdisciplinary professionals. Then Coordination between industry and academia. We have to think about it during the trip, how the institution can collaborate with the industry, because this industry is only going to give appointment, it's a government sector or a private sector. So collaboration with industry and academia for the research, so that the research findings can be implemented easily, the problem we are facing at present. And hands-on training, again, it is a big issue. If in internship there is a good linkages between academia, university and colleges with the industry, then the gap of that skill part can also be taken care of. Then credits system, yes, very nicely INC has adopted the credit system, but my only concern is, as per UGC, 1 credit is equal to 15 theory hours, and the practical 1 credit is equal to 13 hours, but INC has taken 20 and 40 hours. So can we modify that, or we are going to adopt the 20 and the 40 ratio, whatever the INC has adopted? So we have to think about it. If we have to go in the long run, if we have to see that our courses are being aligned with the UGC curriculum, one has to see this. Environmental education, I think INC has already had 1 module on environmental education also, but it should be again integrated horizontally and vertically in the various courses. Value-based courses, already we have discussed about it. Then undergraduate degree will be either for 3 years or 4 years. This is for the general courses. Already in nursing, we have 4 years of BSc Nursing program, and 4th year, the emphasis is on internship and various projects, and how the evaluation during internship will be done, and the collaboration with the industry, the type of research in the internship, and the skill strengthening will be done during. This has to be given a great importance. Then academic bank of credit, I don't know any college has adopted or not. There is a UGC policy that there is an academic bank of credit, and every college and institution should have this. Student, whenever they pass the courses, their credit will be accumulated this bank. Later on, from the parent department college, they can redeem these credits, but maximum credits has to be from the parent department. That's why the course from the MOOCs or SWAYAM, when they do that 40% maximum, there's credit there, and that course credit will be added to the credit of the nursing curriculum also. So one has to think how you can adopt this credits, academic bank of credit, and the SWAYAM courses credit will be credited or not. That is very important to see. And
excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, I'm going to complete, please.
Okay,
Just give me
you.
2-3 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, thank you so much. The 4-year credit system now, after doing a 4 years program, student may be given the opportunity, as per new guidelines of PhD of UGC, they can do PhD directly, but there are certain conditions and the quality of education has to be taken this thing. So this is the assessment, formative and summative assessment have to be 50-50%. And very nicely, Dr. Annie has given you the example, so I'm not going to repeat about it. Quality of libraries, classroom and labs are very important with the technology in those classes. So professional education, there will be in the future, there will be no standalone universities. The university will be multidisciplinary. So in the long run, nursing also will be part of a multidisciplinary institution. So I think I will just last part, technology use of integration. This emphasis, I think nursing still lags the digital new technologies and involvement of the digital technology in the education, except we have adopted the simulation labs, but artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, smart boards, computing devices, if you see, there are endless technologies available and which are very useful. This based education platform, SWAYAM, is one of the integrated platform. I think nursing has to see how they can integrate these platforms in the long run, and we can also move with the other sectors which are integrating components in their education. In the long run, I would say BSc Nursing curriculum has adopted the semester system, credit system, and they have very nicely visualized the learning outcomes and the formative and summative assessment, holistic environment, and we have, as per UGC, discipline-specific core courses, discipline-specific elective, and generic elective with the ability and skill enhancement courses. But how we implement, how we integrate, keeping in view even the UGC guidelines so that our students are not at disadvantage when they come out of the colleges and the universities. I hope I was able to do the justice with the NEP and relating it with the BSc Nursing curriculum. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for reflected us with your word of influence. We are sure that this session would be really beneficial for our participants as you have covered all the aspects. And once again, thanks from our all organizing team. Thank you, ma'am. So we are in short of time. We are moving towards major part of our panel discussion. And first panel discussion is on curriculum implementation and regulation. Chairperson and the panelist. She's the living idiom of a woman who happened to be born at the right time and right place, coupled with impressive background. Of vast experience. He has published 15 articles and more than 20 papers in his credit for presentation. She has awarded with various achievements like Best Community Health Nursing Postgraduate Student from Christian Medical College. And he also recently awarded with the Outstanding Teacher Award from Research India Foundation. Welcome you, sir. We welcome Dr. Bhuneshwari Das, who is the Assistant Professor from Government Nursing College, Chhattisgarh. She also has 20 years of teaching experience with the clinical experiences too. And she's a PhD nurse, and she's the resource person for various conferences, master trainer for NRP, HIV, AIDS, facility-based newborn care, and published various papers. And she's the PhD co-guide and examiner in various universities. She has been awarded with the Shiksha Ratna Samman from UGIR Academic Research Foundation and many more awards. We welcome you, ma'am. Next, we have our Dr. Sukhpal Kaur, ma'am, who is the Chief Editor of Clinical Nursing Research Society, as well as she is the Principal of National Institute of Nursing Education, PGIMEA, Chandigarh. She has more contribution towards her specialty as well as nursing research. She is a PhD holder and having more than 28 years of clinical and teaching experiences. And she, on her credit, she has authored for various books in chapters and edited various textbooks. And she had more than 1,100 Google Scholars citations and H-index. We welcome you, Dr. Sukhpal Kaur. Next, we have Professor Dr. Basura Chandrachud, who is the principal from PRS Nursing College, Trivandrum, Kerala. She also has 39 years of experience in both clinical and teaching. She's member of Board of Studies and Academic Council, Dean of Allied Faculty of Health Science, NAC Coordinator, PhD Guide in Kerala University, and membership in various committees. And she has been awarded with the Best Teacher Award, University Second Rank in MSc Nursing Speciality, and Best Paper Presentations in various conferences. We welcome you, Dr. Basura Chandrachud, ma'am. And lastly, we will have Mr. Lloyd Melvin Mentonka, who is the Associate Professor from Maharaj Agrasen Nursing College, Haryana. He is also a young, energetic mental health nurse who has completed MSc Nursing from Manipal University with a total 13 years of experience. He's a motivational speaker, team builder, and has published various research publications and examiner for various university exams. We welcome you, sir. Now I request Dr. Bimla ma'am to please take over the session.
Thank you so much, Chris, for making everything so easy for me so that we just start the sessions. Can you all see me and hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay, because I cannot see anyone, and that's the reason. I do not know what is the reason, but that's all right. I'm so very happy that the panelists are so accomplished and expert in the field that whatever has been discussed with by Dr. Annie Grace, also by Deepika and Dr. Joginder Sharma, I think they have set the ball rolling and made certain points, especially Annie Grace, really clarified certain things which will make our work little easier. Also, Dr. Nirja Sood has very nicely tried to relate the whole NEP with the nursing. And I think that needs to be done rather than we talk about NEP. So I must appreciate and congratulate everybody who had been talking since morning and I had been diligently listening. Nevertheless, our speakers, our panelists are very, very established one, and I'm sure the contributions what you are going to make today to the whole nursing faculty of Rajasthan and elsewhere in the country will benefit us. So what my request to you is, because of the time constraint, we are supposed to close at 1, I understand, and we will give 10 minutes. I would request Chris to keep the timing 8 minutes. After 8 minutes, he'll ring the bell, and 10 minutes, kindly stop it. And I would like to stop because you're all senior people. I would like to listen to you for hours and hours together, but the question is the time constraint. And the challenges and all, again, we will give to Dr. Chandrachud 10 minutes and to Mr. Lloyd 10 minutes. After that, these will count 60 minutes. So after that, I want to have at least 15 to 20 minutes minimum for the question answers from teachers, from people who are going to implement the program. That is the reason I have reduced the time. Otherwise, we are going to have 15 minutes if we had a total slot to ourselves. With that, may I request Dr. Nageshwaram to talk about semester 1 and 2, though Anis has given the overall view, but I'm sure in depth you can talk about theory and a bit of clinical, because tomorrow, am I right, Chris? Yes. So
tomorrow we'll have one evaluation, ma'am. Evaluation pattern.
Oh, it is mentioned clinical also. It doesn't matter. I think I had written to everybody that we'll talk about theory and clinical together. Fine. So let's start with Dr. Nageshwaran to talk about who is a Dean and Principal, Institute of Nursing on semester 1 and semester 2. Over to you, Dr. Nageshwaran.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, one and all. Greetings from Ganpati University, Kumud and Popes Institute of Nursing. It gives me immense pleasure to part of this professional upliftment. I like to thank organizers, chief guests, heads of the honors, and eminent speakers and resource person and dear delegates. Let us move on to slide. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are.
My slides are visible to you?
Not as yet. Yes, we can see. Put it on a slide mode, please.
Yes, ma'am. Slide. Is it visible, ma'am, now?
Yes, it is visible. Great.
Yeah, we are moving on to the semester 1, semester 2. Already ma'am has discussed how the program is moving on to. That is in 26 weeks. Just I'm reviewing it for 2 minutes so we can able to understand its better form. For in first semester, we have in 26 weeks. For an instruction, we have a 20 weeks. That is in 40 hours per week for an 800 hours. It includes of 6 weeks of vacation, holiday, examination, and preparations. Let us move on to credits. This helps us to better understanding our credit system. For an theory hours, 1 credit equal to 20 hours. For an practical hours, 1 credit equal to 40 hours. For clinical, 1 credit equal to 80 hours. So it helps us to understand better form of our credit system, how I compute with for an theory and clinical hours. For an semester 1, we have an following subjects: communicative English. This is a college level examination. It has 2 credit hours of 40 contact hours. Then applied anatomy, applied psychology, applied sociology, and applied psychology. Each of them carries 3 credit hours and of 60 theory hours. For a nursing foundations, we have a theory, clinic, lab hours, also practical hours. For a nursing foundation 1, which includes the first aid module, that is at 40 hours, which includes of 20 hours of theory and 20 hours of clinical labs, which is a mandatory module which is incorporated along with nursing foundation 1. That has 6 credit hours, which includes of 120 theory hours, 2 credits of skill lab, which includes of 80 hours of lab hours, 2 credits hours of practical. This includes the 160 hours of clinical practices. Total of the 24 hours in first semester credits, which includes the 720 hours, 620 hours, which includes theory, clinicals, and practice, that 80 hours, that is for self-study and co-curriculars. Here we can use it for an elective modules, other mock courses, or other university exam, which will detail, we will move on to. Shall we move on to second semester? The following subjects are applied biochemistry, 2 credit hours have 40 theory hours, applied nutrition and dietetics, which has 3 credit hours. It is in 60 hours, which includes 45 hours of theory plus 15 hours of lab, that is a nutrition practical, which we are going to do on it. Then nursing foundation 2, which includes health assessment module. This is a mandatory module which we are incorporated into it. How it incorporated like a first semester in first aid. 6 credit hours, 120 theory hours, and 3 credit for skill labs, that is an into 40, that 120 hours. Then 4 credit hours, that is an for clinical, it is 320 hours. Then health, nursing and informatics and technology. This is also college level exam. It includes 2 hours of credit hours for theory, that is 40 hours, and 1 credit hour for skill lab, that is 40 hours. Here also we have a self-curricular and co-curricular activities, that is 40 plus 20. So in second semester, we have a 21 credit hours, that is in 7 for 21 credits, which have a contact hours of 740 plus 60, that is an 800 hours. Regarding the clinicals, semester 1, we have a 10 weeks, that is an 160 hours, general medical and surgical wards. As per ANC, it is spelled out like 10 weeks, 16 hours per week. Then semester 2, same with general medical and surgical ward, 16 weeks into 20 hours per, that is on 320 hours. Here the ASCII ASPs are mandatory to conduct the exams. Mandatory modules which were included in first and second semester are first aid module is a mandatory module, health assessment module 2 is a mandatory module. Elective modules which are given human values, diabetic care, and soft skills. This can be completed with first semester to fourth semester. Any one module can be completed. Then self-studies, elective modules 1 can be opted, and educational courses offered by concerned universities are Ganpati University have a personality development course. Then Bhagavad Gita value-added courses, like concerned universities can go for their choices. Then mark courses, already our esteemed speakers has mentioned it, from Swayamam, any courses, Dikshas, then any co-curricular activities which we conduct for a conference, workshops, or any skill developmental activity that that enhance their professional upliftment. Logbooks, it's already given in prescribed form in the INC itself that we can follow same. Here I like to conclude with my word of it. Keys and success to focus on the goals, not an obstacle. Semester system, it is not an easy to follow as we started implementing it. So we know how back and back we have to move on to ensure the completion of syllabus and ensure the skill stands. So we are focusing on it, but it's little difficulty in starting and implementing it. But it's because of the OSCE, we started implementing it. These things help us, our students, to enhance. This helps the holistic professional development of our nurses to ensure the competency-based and value-based educations. We know that already many of our resource person speakers also mentioned that without changes, nothing can be changed. Change only is a permanent one. Because healthcare curriculum is a dynamic one, we have to accept the change as per need of the human being. Thanks to every one of you. If any doubts, please free to move.
Thank you, Dr. Nageshwaran, for keeping up the time. My only one question is that are your teachers prepared to take OSCE and OSPE, or are you training them?
Ma'am, we prepared, we already have the procedures manual. We are on the, as we are started with first year, we started in our already procedure books are there, but still we are in the process of making our own procedures manuals. Depends upon the procedures, we started having a checklist of the ASCII checklist according to skill assessment, like a hand washing, like a bandaging. Like that, OSCE stations are, we are planning it and we are doing it, ma'am. This enhanced skill for our students.
Okay.
And students also motivated, ma'am.
Because in semester 1 and 2, you need a lot of OSCE, OSPE, you know, because of lot of practicals are there in, isn't it so?
Ma'am, you know, ma'am, yes, you are aware that ASCII consume lots of time.
That's right.
So we, for a first semester, we stand for like the selected 5 essential procedures.
Okay.
So depends upon, we will enhance more how feasibly we can do, because as a semester back theory, practical, everything. So first semester we started with like a 10 procedure we have started with, ma'am. That is like a bandaging, hand washing, essential things.
Okay, okay. My second question to you is that 200 hours of clinical lab and 480 hours of, clinical experience. Are you able to manage these hours?
Ma'am, if we plan it properly, though we have any difficulties because our admission process is little prolonging, lengthening it, and other things, we can, if we plan it properly, we can able to do them, because when we are starting implementing, we are able to doing it and we are able to follow also.
Thank you so much. I think this is what the positive mind is required. If we are positive that the things are possible, we can make it possible. Thank you so much. And we'll come back to you after the challenges, because there'll be a lot of questions from the teachers coming up. Thank you, and stay with us, please. May I now request,
Excuse me, ma'am.
Doctor.
Ma'am, do we take questions right now for each panelist, or at the end?
No, we'll take at the end.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
We'll take at the end, please.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Are you putting up the questions for me?
Someone is asked some question related
So
to her
I'll ask,
session.
I'll note down. Let me just, I'll go to the chat box and take
Yeah,
the
yeah.
questions.
Okay.
Later on, let's finish up, in a flow that they are able to relate it. Maybe certain things of first and second semester and the answers are covered by the second speaker. So we'll take it at the end. Okay. Thank you. Let's talk to Dr. Kandaswamy. Dr. Kandaswamy, you kindly let us know about semester 3 and 4. Basically, whatever is discussed with by Dr. Nageshwaran, you can overlook that and go further in depth. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity, and the organizers for the wonderful platform for me to share about the third and fourth semester. Am I audible, and is my slides visible?
Yes, you are audible. Slide is visible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Anyway, this about the credit and the relevant contact hours are already discussed by my previous speaker. I'll straight away go to the course structure and also the instruction credit third semester. So here there is applied microbiology and infection control, including safety. It's for 2 credit of theory and 1 credit of lab. So if you see the contact hours, 40 theory contact hours and 40 skill lab contact hours for microbiology. It's totally 80 together. And there is pharmacology 1, which is placed in third semester. There is 1 credit of theory, which is equivalent to 20 contact hours per semester. And the other one is pathology 1, that is also given 1 credit for theory, 20 contact hours. So we're coming to the core nursing subject, adult health nursing. Which is before it was called the medical surgical nursing 1. Now it is adult health nursing 1 with integrated pathophysiology. Here we have a mandatory module, BCLS, along with adult health nursing 1. So it has 7 theory credit equivalent to 140 hours of contact hours, and 1 lab credits, which is 40 contact hours, and there is 6 clinical hours of practical in the hospital. Together it is 660. So if you see the total credit of this semester, it is 11 theory credit, 2 lab credit, and 6 clinical credit. And together, if you see, it is 800 hours sharp. If you see the fourth semester again, here we have pharmacology 2. So far, the old curriculum, it was pharmacology, only 1 subject. So now it is in 2 courses. Pharmacology 2, it is placed in 4th semester, which has given 3 credit. So it is equivalent to 60 theory contact hours. And pathology 2 and genetics is given 1 credit. It's theory credit equivalent to 20 contact hours. Adult health nursing 2 with integrated pathophysiology, including geriatric nursing. And please note, there is a mandatory module which is integrated within this syllabus called palliative care module. So here the theory is 7 credit hours, which is equivalent to 140 contact hours. And there is 1 lab hour equal to 40 contact hours, and 6 clinical credit, that is 480 hours of clinical in the hospital. And there is another subject called professionalism, professional values and ethics, including bioethics. It is given for 1 credit. It is 20 theory contact hours. So, and here there is a self-study which is given for 40 contact hours. So together, if you see, there are totally 12 theory credits, 1 lab credit, and 6 clinical credits. So overall, 800 hours are distributed over all the courses in 4th semester. We see the course comparison of applied microbiology and infection control, including safety. So before, in the old plan, it was microbiology. Now it is called, there are 2 sections in microbiology. One is applied microbiology section A, and the infection control, including safety, section B. So it is placed in 3rd semester. 1 theory credit for section A, applied microbiology 20 hours, 1 theory credit for infection control, that is 20 hours. If you see the practicum, 20 hours is given for applied microbiology, that is 0.5 credit of lab hour, and another 0.5 credit of lab hour, that is 20 contact hours, is given for infection control and safety. And the examination, theory examination for this applied microbiology infection control is placed in 3rd semester. So there is theory only. And if you see the new addition, there is no change in the content of microbiology when you compare the previous syllabus. But there is a new addition of infection control, including safety in microbiology, which is new to this curriculum. If you see the pharmacology 1 and 2, the old plan, it was pharmacology placed in 2nd year, 45 hours was given. Now here in the 3rd and 4th semester, it is given pharmacology 1 and pharmacology 2. Pharmacology 1 is placed in 3rd semester, and pharmacology 2, which includes a mandatory module called fundamentals of prescribing module, which is placed in 4th semester. You see together, pharmacology 1 credit of theory, pharmacology 2 3 credit of theory. Together it is 4 credit. It comes around 80 contact hours of theory, which is double the time of the previous. When you compare the previous syllabus, it is double the time increased. And the examination of pharmacology 1 and 2 together is placed in 4th semester, but this is not a separate subject. No, along with that, pathology and genetics also included. If you see the course content, the pharmacology 1, there are newly added content like cholinergic, anticholinergic, androgenic drug for CHF and treatment of shock. So you can just see this. So there are some new topics are added in pharmacology 1. In pharmacology 2 also, the added content in I and ENT is like topical application of I, like chloramphenicol, gentamicin eye drop, soda glycerin, and borax spirit ear drops. Nose and buccal cavity, there is chlorhexidine mouthwash is added. So like that, there is a new addition in urinary system and nervous systems. Pharmacology 2, if you see, there is new additions like drug used for pregnant woman during antenatal, labor, and postnatal period. Actually, this is a new unit which is not previously seen in the old syllabus, which include tetanus prophylaxis, iron and vitamin K supplementation, oxytocin, misoprostol, ergometrin, methyl prostaglandin F2 alpha, magnesium sulfate, calcium gluconate, and if you see here in pharmacology 2, there is very new content which is included as mandatory module, that is fundamentals for principles of prescribing. So we are nowadays talking a lot about nurse prescribing. So maybe this is one of the baseline for us to develop much about the prescribing skills, and future we also may have a nurses prescribing authority. Pathology 1 and 2 and genetics is another course. So pathology 1 is in the previous syllabus, it was in second year, genetics also in second year. But coming to the new syllabus, pathology 1, which is placed in third semester, is given 1 credit, that is 20 theory hours. Pathology 2 is in fourth semester, it is given 0.5 credit, that is 10 hours. And the genetics is given 0.5 credit, that is 10 hours. That is also in fourth semester. So comparing the pathology and genetics, in the previous syllabus, it was 45 hours together, but it is reduced now. It is together now. It is 40 hours. 5 hours reduced, and the examination is placed in fourth semester. So the examination of pharmacology 1 and 2, pathology 1 and 2, and genetics is a combined paper together. The new addition, if you see in pathology 1 and 2 and genetics, there is special pathology is added, that is, which includes gastrointestinal tract, oral mucosa, that is leukoplakia, squamous cell carcinoma, and so on. But if you see the genetics, there is no change in the content as such. And also in the pathology, if you can see the special pathology 2, there is a special pathology which include breast, that is fibrocystic changes and fibroadenoma. Apart from the carcinoma, this is the 2 additions. Then coming to adult health nursing 1, the course comparison, if you see the previous year, previous syllabus, it was second year. Now it is in third semester. If you see the theory hour, there are 7 credits. There is 140 contact hours. Clinical credit is 6 credit. There is 480 hours, and skill lab 1 credit. There is 40 hours. So the third, it is the theory and practical examinations are placed in third semester for adult health nursing 1. So the course is actually now it's called adult health nursing 1 with integrated pathophysiology, which include a mandatory module called BCLS. If you see the new content, there is new content about wound care, dressing technique, gastric decompression, gavage, stomach care, and there is different feeding technique. And also, as I said before, BCLS mandatory module is included, and there is addition in communicable diseases like chikungunya and COVID-19. So the practical as such, if you see for adult health nursing 1, the areas of practical posting will be in general medical ward, general surgical ward, cardiology ward, dermatology ward, isolation ward, orthopedic ward, and operation theater. So the duration of the posting as prescribed by Indian Nursing Council is 18 weeks. That means 27 hours per week they are given. So we can assume that they are expecting us to have a partial block, that is 5 to 5.5 hours per day in a week. So there are different hours which is distributed here. For general medical ward 4 weeks, just surgical ward 4 weeks, cardiology ward 2 weeks, and dermatology ward 1 week, isolation ward 1 week, orthopedic ward 2 weeks, operation theater 4 weeks, totally 18 weeks, and we can cover 486 hours. So the record is 480 hours. Adult health nursing 2, the old plan, it was placed in year 3. It is called medical surgical nursing 2. Now it is called adult health nursing 2 with integrated pathophysiology, which includes geriatric nursing. And there is a mandatory module along with that, which is called palliative care module. It is placed in fourth semester. It is also equivalent to a medical surgical nursing, sorry, adult health nursing 1. The hours, if you see, there are 7 credit hours for theory, 6 credit hours for clinical, and 1 credit for lab, skill lab. The examination is placed in semester 4, both theory and practical. If you see the new content in this adult health nursing 2, there is a mandatory module of palliative care, that is 20 hours is given. So they are actually noted in the syllabus. It can be taken during the clinical hours. And
Sir, how
there
many
is a new
slides more, sir? Excuse me.
Yeah, I have only few. That's all. And coming to the end. So breaking the bad news to patients and other families. So this is some of the new content in adult nursing too. There are some content like nursing management of patient with urinary problems, reproductive system, and immunological problems. These all shifted from medical surgical nursing 1 to adult nursing 2 in 4th semester. And there is some topic like female reproductive system, management of problem of female reproductive system, which is shifted to midwifery and obstetric nursing from this medical surgical nursing 2 in the previous syllabus. This is the practicum. So again, we have 480 hours of practicum. So the areas like ENT ward and OPD 2 weeks, ophthalmology 2 weeks, renal ward 2 weeks, burns 2 weeks, neuromedical and surgical ward 3 weeks, isolation or medical ward 1 week, oncology ward 3 weeks, ER for 2 weeks, geriatric ward 1 week, and the critical care unit for 2 weeks. So this is area for 20 weeks they are given. 24 hours per week you can cover 480 hours. So there is another subject like professionalism, ethics and bioethics. That is a new addition to this syllabus. It was not in the previous syllabus. And so as I said when I was covering the courses in 3rd and 4th semester, there are 3 mandatory modules. And if you see the elective module, there are 3 elective modules, that is human values, diabetic care, and soft skill, any one of which should be completed before 4th semester. Thank you.
Ma'am, please unmute.
Sorry. Thank you, Dr. Kadaswamy. I think it was very good to see the comparison which you had done in the theory, content area with that of the present one. My only question, pertinent question I'm asking, later on we can clarify. In the practical, there is a nursing health assessment of each system. Are your teacher prepared to demonstrate the nursing health assessment of each system? Because I know way back in 1970s or 80s, early 80s, we had a WHO workshop at RAK College of Nursing where we were taught as faculty how to do the health assessment of each system. So this is going to be a question. How are you going to handle this?
Yes, ma'am. It's a very good question. Even I have this in my mind. I have witnessed even our nursing teachers and nurses, we are poor in assessment, in-depth assessment. Maybe overall superficial assessment they are doing, but we need to equip our teachers even to have a special training to have in-depth system-based assessment. And I agree with you, ma'am. Even when I was doing my master in CMC Vellore, we also had in-depth classes in each assessment system, and we are again assessed through OSCE for assessing in everything. So we need to look into this aspect, madam, and we have to train our teachers to train our students well in assessment.
Thank you, Dr. Kadaswamy. We'll ask the questions later on in the question answer session. But this was very pertinent because I won't say that our teachers are poor. Only thing our teacher curriculum did not prepare our teachers to go into depth. Those who have done in masters, they should actually go in depth of, especially the adult nursing or medical surgical nursing who did, should have gone in depth of, examination, nursing health assessment of each system, So that probably a module needs to be developed in that case so the teachers can refer that. Thank you. We'll come back to you after these sessions. May I now call upon Dr. Dash from Chhattisgarh to discuss about semester 5 and semester 6. Dr. Bhumesh Kumari? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
This
Good
is Dr.
afternoon, madam.
Kadaswamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is my slides are visible?
No, I cannot see that. I think it is Kadaswamy's.
No, it is visible, but not in full screen, ma'am.
Okay, can you tell her to use a full screen? Can you press F5 or slideshow so that we can have a full screen?
Ma'am, I have put in slideshow.
Okay.
How is it visible?
Is it visible to all? Good.
Yes,
Great.
yes.
Great.
Is it visible now?
Yes,
Okay.
great.
Thank you
Please
so
go
much.
ahead.
Oh, yeah. Very good afternoon to all the dignitaries, resource person, panelists, organizer, and all the participants. I like to thank the organizer for giving me this opportunity. I just go straight away, I'll go to the topic. Many of the things have already discussed. I'm not going to again talk about all these things. Straight away, I'll go to the course. What are the subjects we are having, first of all, in 5th and 6th semester? I am here to talk about the 5th and 6th semester curriculum. What are the things are there in that? So if you talk about first one, I'm going to the 5th semester. There are 5 subjects are there. First one, child health nursing 1. So now previously, if you see this old subject, only child health nursing was there in 3rd year. Now it is bifurcated in child health nursing 1 and 2 in 5th and 6th semester. So first in 5th one is child health nursing 1. Next one is mental health nursing 1. Third one is community health nursing 1, including environmental science and epidemiology. If you see the old syllabus, the environmental science and epidemiology, in between it was added in community health nursing. It was not there in the old syllabus, but now it is integrated to the new syllabus. Then educational, 4th subject is educational technology and nursing education. 5th one is, it is a newly introduced syllabus, top subject in our new curriculum, Introduction to Forensic Nursing and Indian Laws, which is, it is not a university exam syllabus, it is a college exam, but it is very important for the 5th semester. 6 semesters, we have another 4 subjects, child health nursing 2, mental health nursing 2, nursing management and leadership, midwifery, obstetrics and gynecology 1. Again, if you see here in the old syllabus, nursing management and leadership used to be in 4th year placement. Now it is there in the 3rd year itself, right? And midwifery and obstetric, though we were studying basically gynecology in 3rd year, now we are midwifery as well as gynecology 3rd year, we are studying in the 5th syllabus, 6th semester. So it isn't, if yearly wise we see, it is in 3rd year itself. So this is just it. Let me go in detail. What are the modules are there? What are the mandatory modules we are going to read in the 5th semester? We have some elective and some mandatory modules which has to be finished before the students go to the 6th and 7th semester. So if you talk about 5th semester, first one, the mandatory modules are essential newborn care in pediatric, essential newborn care, ENBC, facility-based newborn care, IMNCI, and PLS, that is a PLS as a part of child health nursing. So this is a mandatory modules. I'll talk about the elective modules also, which any one of this has to be finished later on. So it is a mandatory modules. In semester 6, if you go, the mandatory modules are SBA module under the OBG, nursing 1 and 2. So students, part of the OBG, it is an app. SBA is nothing but as an app which we can install in our phone, in its self-paced learning app. Recently, Dr. Dilip Kumar has been very nicely told about how to go through with this SBA modules and all. Under SOMI also we have learned this one before. So this app, it is a self-paced learning app. The students can finish half of the portion in the 5th semester, 6th semester, and later on they can complete the full app with certification in the 7th semester itself. Here one note is there that no institute and university will modify the curriculum. However, they can add the unit and subject in the syllabus as deemed necessary. Modules, both elective and mandatory, shall be certified by the external or these institutional faculty, those who are trained to that particular subject, respective subjects. Next one, it is the another course plan. Here it is just a brief, already madam has been told, so I'm skipping this one because already it has been discussed. So course of instruction with credit structure. So how it is? So if you talk about the 5th semester, here course code has been given, like how the IGNOU used to give course code before in all this. We were there IGNOU courses were in our institute where I was before. So we are acquainted with this. Each course is having a different codes. Yes. Even in the examination will be given the codes only. So here the course code, like for the child health nursing, 301 course code has been given. So here This is the subject, course subject and title. So if you talk about the total credits, so as before it is discussed, if it theory subjects 20 hours, 1 credit, clinical, lab 40 hours, 1 credit, and if you go to clinical, 80 hours, 1 credit has been discussed. Before Nirija madam also has told, and initially we have been learned from the madam also that these are the credit score which will be given to our students based on their requirements and hours completed in the respective fields. Then here for the child health nursing, if you talk about the child health, just a minute. If you talk about the child health nursing here, so total, excuse me, I'm not able to see on this here. So here the contact hours is total 60 hours and lab credits are given 1 hour. And here, if you see this here 40 hours, and as I told you before, each 20 hours of the theory will be given 1 credit. So total here is 3 credits, and each 40 hours will be given 1 credit in the lab hours. So, and here is total 160 hours of clinical is there and 2 credits, because 80 hours of clinical will be 1 credit to students. So this is all about the our child health nursing. Then if you go to mental health nursing 1, here again another code has been given. So same here, 60 hours has been given to the contact hours, that is theory hours, 3 credits will be given. And here lab hours is not there in mental health nursing, but if you come, if you see here, 80 hours of clinical has been given. So 1 credit is given here. Then next one is community health nursing in 1, including environmental science and epidemiology. So total 100 hours is there. For 100 hours, we are given 5 credits and no lab hours is there in the community. In credit here again 160 hours is there for the clinical and 2 credit hours has been given. Then next subject is educational technology. Here if you talk, here if you see 80 here again 40 hours of contact hours, for that 2 credit, 30 hours of the this one sorry, excuse me, I'm not able to see full slides.
Yeah, yes, this is better.
This is better, ma'am. Okay, thank you. So if you talk about here, so 40 hours is there. Then another subject is nursing, introduction to forensic nursing and Indian law. So this is this subject has been added in the 5th semester. It was not there in the old subjects also. Even forensic nursing now we have got diploma courses and many of the universities have started. So now it is integrated to our new syllabus. So everyone has to go through it. And this is not a university exam. This one, college exams can be done here. College exam is permissible here. So here contact hours is 20 hours and 1 credit has been given. So total, if you see for this 5th semester, total 14 credits are there and 280 hours of contact hours is there, and total 2 lab credits for that 80 hours of the lab hours, and 5 credits are there for the clinical. So total 400 clinicals are there in the 5th semester. And if you go to the 6th semester, here the first subject is child health nursing 2. So as I told you, the child health nursing 1 was the half of the portion of the child health nursing was completed in 1, and then second specially disease portion and many more are there in the second part. So here total theory hours is 40. So 2 credits are here it is there, and lab hours is not there. Total clinical hours is 80 and 1 credit. So maximum lab hours altogether lab hours as well as clinical hours is completed in the 5th semester itself. In the 6th semester, the clinical hours is reduced in the for child health nursing 2. Then for mental health nursing, it is theory hours is 2 and theory. Then here again 40 credit hours is 2, again 40 hours for the contact hours and no lab hours is there. 160 hours is clinical, so 2 credit hours has been given. Then third subject is nursing management and leadership. As I told you before, now this subject is added in the 3rd year itself, as this it was in the 4th year before. Now it is in the 3rd year if you see about the year system, and now it is in the 6th semester. So total
how much slides, how many slides more?
Sir, I'll finish it fast.
Okay, thank you.
So here, this there is mistake, it is there, sorry, it is not 20, it is 60. So because of that, it is 3 hours. And here, clinical hours is 80. So 1 credit has been given. For next subject is midwifery and gynecology, subject 1, including SBA module. As I told you before, it is a mandatory module and it has to be finished by the self-paced learning through mobile app. You can do it now. So here total 60 contact hours, 3 credit has been given for 40 lab hours is there for that 1 credit, and 240 clinical hours is there for that 3 credits has been given. Self-paced and co-curricular activities are also there. For that, we have given for 6th semester, there is no hours has been given, but in 5th semester, 40 hours has been given. So total 10 credits in the 6th semester, 200 theory hours is there, and 1 lab credit, 40 lab hours, 7 clinical credits are there, and 560 hours are there in the 6th semester. So as I told you, this is already has been told. I am not going into detail. Now, clinical practicum, just I will brief it. It is child health nursing total, including 1 and 2, total 3 credits are there in that 240 hours are there. Just to summarize, I am telling this one. And we have to, for a skill lab, we can use mannequin simulators, PLS, CPAP, endotracheal sections, and many more. And nowadays, simulation techniques are there, which we can use in skill lab. Though we don't have a skill lab, but we can do simulation in the normal labs also. So this is the how the clinical posting will be there. So if for the pediatric one, pediatric medical ward for 2 weeks for 4th semester, 5th semester, for 6th semester, we are sending only for 1 week. These are the clinical requirements the student has to finish in the pediatric medical ward itself. That nursing care plan 1, case presentation 1, case study presentation 1, health talk 1. Then in pediatric surgical ward, for 5th semester, the students will go for the 2 weeks, and 6th semester, the students will go for 1 week. In that nursing care plan and case study 1 they have to finish. Then pediatric OPD and immunization room, they have to go in that 1 week, 5th semester, they need to go in that growth and development assessment, growth and development study for infant, toddler, school, preschool, and adolescent 1 study. 1 they have to finish the growth and development study. Then NIC and PICU, 6th semester, their students has to go for 1 week, and newborn assessment, nursing care plan, they need to finish it. Then for mental health nursing, again 1 and 2, the total 3 credits are there for 240 hours. And here 1 mental health nursing, 1 credit for 80 hours, 2 credits for the 1. So total 240 credits. So here the clinical postings are there. So psychiatric OPD for 2 weeks, the students will go. This is not
Dr. Bhuvneshwari, you can skip the areas, assignment, because that is mentioned in the curriculum. Huh?
Oh, yes,
so we will come back if there is time. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. So this is all.
Carry on the next one, community health. Yes.
Yes. Oh, this is for the community health. So here again, the placement is 5th semester. So theory 5 credits are there for 100 hours. Here it includes the lab hours also. Practical 2 credits for 160 hours. Then again here, this is again urban and rural 2 weeks the students have to be done. If you talk about the educational technology and nursing education, again the 5th semester the students are going to study 2 credits are there for the theory 40 hours. It is already has been discussed. So no practical is there. Only lab we have to send the students and tell them regarding the practical. Then if you talk about this forensic nursing in Indian laws, only 1 credit 20 hours. So this is as I told you before, no practical, only theory is there, and university exam for the students. Then regarding 6th semester, again same thing, child health nursing. This is regarding clinical requirement they have. And for child health nursing, 1 credit for 80 hours for the practical the students has to go. For mental health nursing too, sorry, I forgot to mention here. So again, 2 credits are there for the theory and 80 hours for 1 credit in the mental health nursing. The nursing management and leadership, 1 credit for the 80 hours for the practical, and theory is 3 credits has been given. Then midwifery and obstetrical nursing, again as the model has to midwifery, and it is in 6th semester. 3 credits are for the 60 hours. Then 1 credit for the 40 hours in clinical. So total 40 hours is there, including non-medical. So again, it is in clinical posting in what are the areas has been given as it is already mentioned in syllabus. So same thing is there. So I'm not going in detail again. So partial completion of SBA module during the 6th semester has to be completed Then in 7th semester, half of the students can the pending one half students can complete the 7th semester also as per the syllabus. So it is a self-paced app-based learning app. Then Monday module, I have told you all before also. This is again the repeated slides only. Pediatric life support, then facility-based newborn care, INCI. This all the these are mandatory modules in the pediatric. So this has to be finishing first and pediatric 1 and child health nursing 1 and 2. Then in the 6th semester, SBA and Safe Delivery App, OBG 1 and 2, placement is 6th and 7th semester. Then some elective modules are there. Any one has to be completed before the end of 6th semester. So students has to go for it is for the 5th and 6th semester. So first one is CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, personality development, addiction, psychiatry, adolescent health, sports health, and then accreditation and practice standard, developmental psychology, menopausal health, health economics. So they have to complete any one lecture module before they complete 6th semester. So number of elective to be completed is 3. We have to complete in each module is equal to 1 credit and 20 hours we have to complete. It's the theory. So it's again the same thing, total how much it is there till the 7th semester. Need not to go in detail about that. As logbook, every candidate shall maintain a logbook that has been prescribed and complete the requirement and that it be periodically validated by the concerned faculty. The syllabus can be obtained from the university as well as from the INC, and according to that, we can furnish our logbook as well as we can get it also from the INC. So thank you so much. This is all about the 5th and 6th semester presentation.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bhuvneshwari. Sorry, we had to interrupt.
No issue.
But I thought, there are certain things already there in the curriculum, like
yes,
right in front of me, I have got the curriculum. So that is why we stopped. You have seen that the uniformity is maintained in number of hours.
Yes,
whether it is a 5th semester or 6th semester, the uniformity of the hours of all the specialty area is maintained. Also, more hours are given to community health nursing and more hours are given to OB nursing. OB nursing is carried on and community health is carried on in 7th semester. So that means no area is overlooked. The strength has been provided. Thank you so much, Dr. Bhuvneshwari. We'll come back to you with the questions later on. May I now call for Dr. Sukhpal Kaur to discuss about semester 7 and semester 8. Semester 8 is going to take a lot of time because it is internship. So I would request Dr. Sukhpal to try not to repeat certain things which are there in the print material with us. Thank you so much. Dr. Sukhpal Kaur, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I think majority of the things have already been covered up. And once again, thanks all the organizers for having me here. I'm going to discuss semester 7 and 8. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Thank you.
So in semester 7, what we learn, it is Community Health Nursing 2, Nursing Research and Statistics, and Midwifery and Obstetric and Gynecological Nursing 2, which was started in semester 6, and it is carried forward. If we compare with the old one, we are just not having only one subject, that is nursing management, which was there in the 4th year, in the first 6 months. And then the last was internship previously. So otherwise, all the 3 subjects are the similar subjects which we used to learn. And I would like to compliment our mentors for taking out this credit system in Indian settings, because whenever we were giving the transcript for the international universities, we were really facing very difficulties, because they used to ask regarding the credit system, which we were not clear that what is 1 credit is equal to how many hours of theory or practical. But now with this new system, we are quite clear. So here we see that this is a course of instructions with credit structures for the something is getting overlapped. Okay. So codes are given for each, as has already been highlighted. This is very, very important to give code to each and every subject. And in Community Health Nursing 2, it's NCOMH 401, and the theory credits are 5. If we multiply by 20, it is 100. And here there are no skill, only the clinical credits, and 1 clinical credit is equal to 80 hours. So we are going to have 160. So total will be having for the health nursing 260 hours, including both the theory and the clinical part. Nursing research 2 credit hours, 40 hours, 40 into 2 is equal to 80. And about of these 80, 40 will be given to the project implementation, and 40 will be the once we talk about the practical things in the theory classes. So 40 hours for that. So total we have 80, and 80 plus 40 will be equal to 120 hours for the nursing research. Similarly, for midwifery and OBG, this is the code OBGN 410, which is given to this subjects, and theory hours are 3. It's 60. 20 into 3 will be 60. And for the lab, there are 40 hours, and there are clinical credits are 4, and 80 for one clinical credit. 80 into 4 will be equal to 320, and total will be 420. Then certain self-study and co-curricular hours are also given to the students in this, as has been given to the students in the previous semesters. So here we see that total will be able to cover total of the 800 hours, including all the subjects. So mandatory module here is the safe delivery app under OBG nursing, which probably started in the 6th and 7th semester. I mean, the students can complete in this semester. I mean, the complete finalization of the app is to be done in this semester. And it's very important to understand this. Some of the institutions, they change the syllabus at their own. It is said that they can always modify, they can always add certain new things as per the requirement of the society at large. We can always add. The elective modules, the student have to have 1 elective modules out of all these, which include the scientific writing skills, lactation management, sexuality and health, stress management, job readiness, and employability in the healthcare setting. So any of these modules can, one module can be chosen of all these. This is again a big challenge for all the faculty, because the students can opt at their own. So we have around 90 plus students in our class. So if the students, if we give this choice that they can opt at their own, there could be more than 1 options which can be selected by the students. So all our faculty needs to be prepared regarding each and every module, so that we are able to justify the things once we give once we mentor the students in each and every module. It's okay if one module is being elected by all the students, then it's okay. But if it is more than 1, then it will be a big challenge for the faculty. And as such, I compared both the syllabi guidelines, but there was not much difference. It is more or less similar syllabi if we talk of the previous, as well as if you compare with the new one. This is the semester 8, which is the last semester, which is initially we used to call it as internship, but now it is a residency posting. Basically, primarily, the students are to be posted in major areas. So here we see that these are the codes which are given again to the subjects. So the students are posted in community health nursing for 4 weeks, for adult health nursing for 6 weeks, child health nursing for 4 weeks, mental health nursing for 4 weeks, and midwifery for 4 weeks. So in these major areas, the students are posted, and the total weeks given are 22. And in clinical credit will be 12, and 1 credit will be 4 hours per week per semester. So here, if we see that total, we are able to cover 1056 hours. And detailed, discussion regarding this, it's very beautifully given by IMC in the module they have given us in the hard copy. This we have already discussed. I would not like to repeat this. And the scheme of examination, if you talk of the subjects what are being taught, community health nursing internal assessment is 25, nursing research is 25, and OBG is 25 total. 25 will be of the 6th semester and 25 will be of the 7th. Then we have to take out average, and ultimately we need to give out of 25 only. And 75 marks for each subject will be for the university examination, and the exam will be of 3 hours, and total will be of 100 marks. Similarly, we'll be having 2 practical examination, community health nursing and OBG, which we carried forward from the 6th semester. In 8th semester, the examination will be community health nursing for, sorry, this is the repetition of the slide. This is the main thing which is important for all of us to understand. This is the competency assessment which is to be done at the end of the 8th semester. So this will be a university exam. Here we need to have integrated OSCE including all the 5 specialties. So stations will be there in each specialty. 5 specialties, major specialties will be there. We'll be having 20 marks for each station and total will be 100 marks. So total of 5 examiners from each specialty we need to have, and there will be 3 internal examination, 1 from each specialty. So internal examiner may be chosen from the college faculty, and the required qualification or from other hospital can also, sometimes if we don't have it in the college available, we can always choose certain specialty people from the clinical area. But the external examiners who are fulfilling the requirement will be from the outside only. And the logbook, again, beautifully INC has prepared in OBG. It needs to be the total 85 practical procedures are there, which need to be covered in 6 and 7 semesters. Similarly, in community health nursing, there are 20 procedures, and they have also prepared a logbook for the nursing research, wherein they have given the steps of all of the nursing process, starting from selection of the topic till the end of the nursing research process, including the communication. So these are the requirement. I have just taken few only. These are antenatal assessment and care 20. The students have to complete postnatal assessment 15, assessment of labor using partograph 10, parvaginal examination. So all these procedures number are given. We need to fulfill the requirement as has been given by Indian Nursing Council. Similarly, for the community health nursing, there are a number of procedures they have to carry forward in the 7th and 8th semester. So number of procedures are also need to be completed by all. So this, I was just talking about the research project they have to do. This is the logbook they have given. I just wanted to show to everyone, like statement of problem, formulation of objectives, ROL, bibliography, preparation of sample research. So all the 10 steps they have given to us. So we need to see how the student is able to do each step. And with this, I think the research process will be more clear to them, and will be having the well-prepared students in the masters. If they want to go for masters, that they will be having good understanding of research in their undergraduate program. So this is just in brief regarding the 7th and 8th semester.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sukhpal Kaur, because we'll have a lot of question in internship, especially at the end, and I will leave it for the time being, because I myself has scribbled a few of the questions. But let's go to major challenges. Some of it is already mentioned by Dr. Nirja Sood in the morning, and also by Dr. Anis George. Also, when the presenters, esteemed presenters were presenting all the semester, they have also mentioned the challenges. But let us hear Dr. Chandrachud. What are some of the major challenges? When I was talking to her, she said, I can mention about the one which is implemented, but we can also foresee as experienced teacher. So over to you for 5 to 7 minutes. We would like to hear from you. What are some of the challenges or difficulties you are encountering in implementing the program? Dr. Chandrachud, are you with us, Dr. Chandrachud? Hello? Hello? Till the time Dr. Chandrachud joins, may I call upon Mr. Lloyd Melvin? He can talk about the challenges. And
hello, ma'am. Dr. Basura ma'am is there. Chandrachud ma'am.
Oh, she's there. She's there.
Unmute me.
Yeah, you are audible, ma'am. Now.
Yeah. Okay.
You are audible, Dr. Chandrachud. Please go ahead.
My slides. I could.
The slide.
Yeah, I'll start talking, and by the time the slides will come.
What is this slideshow, please? This is some mail is opened rather,
Ma'am, it is your WhatsApp actually. Yes.
It's your
WhatsApp.
Can you stop share? Can you stop share?
Can you do it from there?
Yeah, sure. Can you please stop? Yeah.
You stop so that he can share.
Yeah, I'll do. I stopped.
You can start talking and then they will share.
I had already reviewed the syllabus, and also I have taken a survey like from many institutions who has already implemented the syllabus. In Kerala, we have finished first and second semester. We are in the second semester now. So on talking to all of them, I came down with some of the points which I'll be just telling, and it was overall a comprehensive curriculum with competency-based quality and enhancement, as well as there is evidence-based practice, critical thinking is given importance, and emphasis on utilization of information technology and different teaching modalities, modular training, and forensic nursing and health informatics as additional subject, and internship. All these are very well-planned curriculum. But in spite of all this thing, while implementing what we could face some of the challenges, first of all, what we felt, everybody felt in Kerala, whichever at least as 6 institutions I had a opinion taking, and they found that it is very much strictly time bound. So there is no time to waste like that. Means very much in pressure like that. You should finish it like that. And tight scheduling and planning is necessary, where there you cannot waste a minute like that feeling is there. And the theory hours are, some places theory hours are found reduced and some more topics are added. For example, one of the thing is that 10 hours are reduced from the fundamentals of nursing and from the administration of medicine, but the unit is same. The subjects, the unit sub-subjects are same. Then to complete the theory hours, we need more time. Teachers has to speed up, so that will make the topic not very understanding to the students. So they complain that you are going fast and less time for revision, which is another thing. And health assessment module, which was there in the first semester, which should have been better for first semester than in the second semester, because in the logbook it is, they are doing health assessment in the first semester posting, and logbook also entered there only. So first aid could have been in the second semester. That is another suggestion. And the continuous assessment with too many assignments are a challenge for the teachers. And less procedures are taught, which is a common comment everybody has told us, is that less procedures are included in the first semester, whereas more procedures in the second semester. And the clinical posting is also 1 month posting in first semester and 2 months posting in second semester. So this makes that the second semester become more packed in comparison to first semester. So that could have been equal and more at least the hygienic care chapters should have been included in first sem teaching as well as in clinical practice. And giving library hours and extracurricular activities were challenging to us. But what we could do only was to give their self-study hours as the library hour, and extracurricular activities were limited to 2-3 days of the whole semester, which is together packed. Then lack of high-tech simulation lab is a concern of many colleges. Few colleges are well equipped, but some of the colleges are not well equipped with high-tech simulation, where the curriculum always defines many simulation type of lab practice, which has a concern. Then what we felt in evaluation, it may be still discussed, but the clubbing of subjects in university exam was a concern. So student was under pressure at that time when first semester anatomy physiology was together, more for anatomy physiology, lesser for psychology sociology exams. Then inadequate faculty preparation is another challenge for subjects like health informatics as well as forensic nursing also. Actually, the subject, we are not well oriented with health informatics, and this, if at all we take advice from a IT personnel, they may not be able to guide us in nursing aspects. So the teachers need specialized training for that. And forensic nursing is an entirely new subject, which also needs an orientation course for the faculty. And the health informatics subject should have been better in the second semester, than the first semester is another opinion. And the sessional examinations was only 2 sessional we could conduct, and in between we were conducting unit test, but the student was feeling that always exam, because only 5 months, 6th month they have to go for the university exam. So they always exam feeling was there. Then guidelines for evaluation of module, the elective, compulsory modules it is there, but for elective modules are still remaining. The next. Then equal distribution of clinical duration for both semester, which was in the clinical practice already mentioned, with partial clinical posting as mentioned in the curriculum. We could not finish all the subject, especially in the second all the procedures, especially in the second semester. So we had to put them in full block system. Ours were same, and along with that we had to post them not only in medical surgical ward, in different more areas, so that they could get the procedures available. Then nursing rounds like procedures, which is there in the second semester, is many of us felt it is inappropriate for that time of the curriculum. It should have been later. Earlier it was with the final year students, but now early, but instead of that they could have been given an orientation towards the handing over and taking over of the clinical area, which would have been help them to develop accountability from the beginning. Then expectations of students' level of practice with clinical people. When a first year student goes to the clinical area, they were thinking that at least they will be, they are oriented with the vital signs, clinic and hygienic needs and all. But now our students in the first semester could not do all these procedures. So there was a clash between that too. And this point also already more practical hours in both the semester I discussed. Then challenges faced by the faculty was inadequate faculty orientation to plan and implement new curriculum. There was only one session conducted by INC for this new curriculum. So it needs more sessions as we go further. Then staff turnover is another issue. Whenever one faculty gets oriented to the new curriculum, they may leave. So the other faculty has to take over and they have to take new orientation. Then faculty orientation program is necessary for many of the teaching learning methods like OSCE, OSP and all. We need. Few of our faculty has attended university programs, but not all. But when this comes, we are going to have a curriculum which will be focusing on this type of teaching learning methods as well as evaluation system. So the faculty needs training for that. Then tight schedule, of course, faculty also felt it is a tight schedule. They could not take break because to fit everything in time, they have it to rush. And health informatics subject, already I mentioned about that. Student changes, always the student faced as a tight schedule, pressure feeling. That is what we experienced after implementing. And lack of time in exercising and developing competent skills as expected in the objective of curriculum. So there is a time crunch. And they, as I told you, too many exam and university exam clubbing of subjects and revision, less revision. These were the challenges faced by the student. And positive aspect of the curriculum was time bound. So we could have a hold over the controlled learning in the students. And inclusion of different teaching learning method is very good and simulates self-directed learning. That is also a positive aspect. More specific and objective questions in examination, which could bring out better university result. Our first semester result was very good in comparison to earlier first year result. So with the evaluation system was with inclusive of objective type and more specific questions was good. And internship and practical exam in internship is good, but everybody had an opinion of that it should have been a 4-year course so that the time would have been given for the curriculum and then 6 months as the internship. That is a comment which the teachers were giving. And adding of new subject, updated subject like forensic nursing is good, health and informatics is good. University and our suggestions for this is university can plan some short-term courses for these subjects or in for the other OSCE, OSP like that subject, training, so that the faculty will be much more well prepared. In future semester also, theory hours is an issue because there is a time crush is there. Then elective modules needs more guideline. The other mandatory modules have guidelines, but elective modules needs more module evaluation guidelines. Then less practical hours in the curriculum time, which is going to happen as we assume, even though they are compensated in internship. Then already time for different type of evaluation, which OSCE and OSPE and all needs longer duration, which will again reduce the time. And preparing faculty to handle the subjects is another future challenge. Orientation to new evaluation strategies also, and the calculation of credit hour, all this has to be given. Then another thing which in future may come, which they felt was the pathology, genetics and pharmacology, which as per the student in current curriculum feels as tough subject, all were together put as one paper. So how they felt in anatomy physiology time, the same they may feel in future. Then MLHP topics were included in community curriculum hours, which is already prescribed. Earlier it was divided among all subjects and taught. So that also gives a decrease in our incompetency. Then hours of clinical practice reduced at a respective semester. Of course, it is added in the internship, but there is reduction in the hours as felt, while ongoing assignments has to be finished in each semester curriculum. Then conduction of home delivery at community health center is a real issue, because nowadays nobody, which is there in the curriculum of midwifery, but nowadays nobody comes for home delivery, waits for home delivery, so that even if it is in the curriculum, it will be a challenge. Then medical, surgical and advanced nursing has now combined to become adult nursing 1 and 2. And of course, the practical hours are reduced in these two here, but skill lab has enhanced. Then research also, it was adequate. The hours were adequate earlier. Now there is a reduction of 10 hours. That was the future predicted challenges we were discussing. Then positive points in future semesters, midwifery curriculum has become well organized, which is a positive comment. Community health nursing home visit has started in second year, and there is exam also. Second year means in the third semester onwards. And so that is a good point. And child health nursing, 40 hours of lab is included, which is also a positive thing. So these are some of the things which I could collect from different colleges who has already implemented. And it is not like a critical analysis, but there are limitations they are facing, which is expressed in the webinar, so that it could be solved with possible solutions when all come together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chandrachud. I think this is an excellent work that you could really get some people with you, and they could give you the feedback, and it is real, practical based what they are facing. It's not something, which is presumpted, but it is something which they are experiencing, and you are able to really bring it to the, this forum. And I'm sure Rajasthan, when they implement, they will be able to really understand that why these difficulties they are facing. To me, I feel these are really a teething problem. And there was a time when we went into semester system way back in 1976, no, even after that, 80s, we went into semester system, and then we reverted back to the yearly system, because of these kind of difficulties which you have very rightly pointed out. Thank you so much. Let's also hear from Mr. Lloyd. What is your opinion, Mr. Lloyd, and what is your view of challenges and difficulties encountered for implementation of this new curriculum?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Nothing in the universe can stop from letting you go once you started. Only the thing is, we have to start and we have to explore. If we consider the syllabus as the Bible or any holy book, and go through the references, and if we have will to do implement it, we can implement it in a better way. Only we should have the will. So I would like to congratulate CNRS and the whole team for taking up the issue, because when we have started it, we had only syllabus in our hand and only 3 sessions of INC, which is there on YouTube. So we were going through it and we were checking where I'm right, where I'm wrong, what I should do next. Hopefully in the end, by the end of around the end of first semester, university has conducted a seminar to clarify the things of the faculty of nursing colleges, where around 40 colleges are there in state of Haryana, and we all sat together along with the dean, and people were called, experts were called regarding OSCE as well as for syllabus orientation. So that was the thing which has given people little more clarification related to what to be happened, but it was at the later end. And I congratulate CNRS for this, because they have taken at early stage that the people of Rajasthan, faculty of Rajasthan at least will understand what to be taken and what are the challenges. As ma'am rightly said, Chandrasud ma'am rightly said, time, ma'am, waits for none. We have to run behind it, and we have to fulfill the criteria. And comparing to my BSc second year, those who are in yearly system and my semester system, I could really say that the people, those who are in semester system, are very punctual, honest, disciplined, and they're doing really good and enthusiastic. Comparing to those people, those who are with the yearly system people are relaxed. They're thinking आज नहीं कल हो जाएगा, okay fine, time है हमारे पास, but not in that case that with the semester system. My sincere advice to the people, those who are attending this conference, is plan in advance. Without planning, nothing will work out. Plan first and follow the syllabus as it is. And you will get adequate time to manage everything. Only the problem what I have faced with the faculty, the OSCE and the preparation of simulations, especially we have to work more on the teachers rather than, because it is implementation for the first time, the teacher should be knowledgeable, who can teach the students. So you should have quality faculty along with you. If you have quality faculty, obviously the syllabus implementation is not a very difficult task. In future, it will be overload for the faculty initially, because it is a new thing, and everything is new. And when it comes, everything is new. Once you set up to 8th semester, then it is easy task. And as ma'am rightly said, that the turnover of the faculty, if the faculty leaves and goes, it is very difficult task. What can be done is we can train the teachers. Obviously, what Sharma sir was saying, that Joginder Sharma sir was saying that he's sending master trainers around 10 colleges around Rajasthan for the betterment of education to the people, in service education, in terms to train the teaching faculty regarding the syllabus. Hopefully these skill lab as well as OSCE trainers, as well as the modules, how to do it, all those things can be done for the betterment of the smooth running of the curriculum. I think we are running out of time. People have asked for the modules also. There are INC modules available in INC website, along with the all that if you don't wander here and there, just go through the website of Indian Nursing Council. Everything is available over there. If you go through the website, it is very fit and fine. You are not diverted anywhere. So you go through that, see the references given in the which people of Haryana and Rajasthan, usually we are not doing that in right way. That in future examinations are said that OSCE plus clinical areas, where 20 students to be assessed per day. may come into and how to conduct examination. Most probably the matter to be looked into, where 20 students, when we do OSCE, obviously that much time will take place, as well as the clinical area to assess the standard of the clinical practice, where we can have the expert clinical based medical nurses. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lloyd. And it's nice that everybody is talking positive approach. And I think, when you start working positive, all the problems get resolved. There is a solution to problem, because change comes, teething problems are there, and those problems can be resolved over a period of time with the people who have gone through the difficulty and how they have been able to overcome that. We can learn from each other, and that was the reason for CNRS to conduct this workshop. But let's have few questions from the folks. I've got very few questions, probably, so I'll just take one by one. The first question is that, do we have community health nursing in the first semester? Well, we do not have community health nursing as such in the first semester, but we do have mathematics. Nursing, so little introduction is being given. That's the answer to your question. I hope you get satisfied. The next question is that how to do modules. So I asked Lata, what does she mean modules? She meant elective modules. The answer is given by Nirja Sood and the name that universities, when you are affiliated to universities, they run various programs, and modules are available in those universities. As coordinators of the program, as in charges of the program, we need to explore the possibility of availability of those modules and guide the students accordingly ahead of the time before the students enter, not that after students elect the topic and then you start searching where do we send our students. So that's very important. Another question is, in applied physiology, what is actually nursing implication? Asked by Ashley. No, Ashley. You see, it's applied and learn. How will they learn about the procedures? How would they learn about stomach and its function when they are doing the gastric lavage or gastric gavage, or introducing what is the length of the trachea, what is the length of the esophagus? So applied anatomy and physiology is very essential. So I do not know if you have some other question in your mind, but a component which we cannot ignore. So because without that, they will not learn anything. Of course, how to prepare OSCE station and how to do evaluation. Tomorrow we will have evaluation discussed in detail and we can talk about this. Which modules are you answered me promptly? System-based assessment practicum. Yes, when I said it was there, system-based practicum, where our teacher needs to be prepared. Well, that is one thing which we have to think about it. Another question is the difficulty encountered by the student. One teachers is that they have to pay the examination fee twice. But I think examination fee is subject-wise, no? So subject-wise, then first time they'll pay less. Somebody had asked, ma'am, can you please give the details of SBA app? I think Bhuvneshwari has answered that question. Answer for that question. Let me see. Student challenges paying examination fee. Like somebody just suggested, and then somebody else had also suggested. Alka Rai has said that challenges in completing mandatory modules without adequate mandatory modules are part of the learning experience. I don't think it should be any difficulty because first aid is there, BLS is there. Now, all these things we have to see our teachers get prepared in these areas. IMNCI or SPA and all that, the teachers are prepared and they should be those who have done so I'm sure find out the possibility that how best you can use your teachers. We don't have to wait to send, but there may be some teachers who are already prepared. You may have in the clinical area, the nurse educator or the nurse who has gone through BLS, ACLS program, call her and tell her, we have to use the integrate vertically and horizontally pathology, health assessment, and pharmacological concept. I think that pedagogical approaches can be used differently by the teachers. Mandatory modules can, yes, this is another suggestion, can be implemented by using various technologies. What is this? Suggestion again that how you can get the resources from other universities. We in Chhattisgarh completed first aid module from Red Cross Society of our district for students, as well as they trained our teachers. So now these were some of the questions I think we could answer, but yes, any syllabus presented, is a minimum. These are the minimum things which you have to do. Now, how you are going to do that, you can always collaborate, integrate, like somebody suggested, so that you can take it vertically as well as there are a lot of difficulties one may find it, but the solutions are there, like assignments, educational technology, pedagogical approaches, evaluation methodology, professionalism, and in that, preparing the nurses to take up the job, and how to develop the policy discussions and all that, all these questions would be there. But these are, again, we keep on learning. We are getting experience. We should get little experienced teachers and young teachers and see that the views are there every week or every fortnight, and we are able to. But see, I'm really telling you that I have gone through 3 revisions, So these 3 revisions had posed us different challenges. But then we need to prepare the faculty. Definitely in OSPI, health assessment, BCLS, palliative care, have to find out the clinical areas like palliative care, mental health nursing, OB-GYN. We have to find out the clinical area beforehand, not 1 year before. In the beginning only, we should be able to identify, collaborate with this institution and see that we are able to provide this experience. As the time is running short, I have a lot of things in my mind, myself also, but probably we'll have tomorrow afternoon also if we have time. Thank you very much to each one of you, the panelists. You have done a wonderful job, and I'm sure Rajasthan is inducted and CNRS is really proud to have you as our speakers, because many of their things got clarified. Thank you very much. As a chairperson, I take a pride in listening to all of you and sharing what you have collected data from different sources to see that we are not able to face any difficulty in other places where we are implementing the new curriculum. Thank you so much. Be positive, do positive, remain positive. There will be positive results. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, there could not have been a more appropriate person than you to chair this session. So really you enhanced and enriched the audience with your sharp fluency of words. And of course, our panelist ran the show with great enthusiasm. We could able to got all the panelists from different parts of the country with the different experiences. And even the panelists also were in different category, like some were professors, some were in dean position, some are principal, some are assistant professors. So we could able to understand the implications. So really it was great to hear from all of you. So thank you once again. And we could already we had 450 registration, but we are really sorry to see that only 100 people could attend the this discussion fully. So that's also once again grateful to all the delegates who are still there with us. Tomorrow we'll start by sharp 10 a.m. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.